You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, Dr. Dre is in the motherfucking house. So right about now, and I say, yo Steve, are you with me? Eazy-E, are you with me?
Here's a little something by a nigga like me that never should've let me buy a tape from Steve. Ice Cube would like to play dope shit mixed by Dr. Dre. And since I was a youth, I like COMPTON. Now I like the motherfucking Roadium. Buying a tape or two, that's what the hell I do. You don't like Tony A? Well, fuck you, this is a game, and I'm in it. Ice Cube will fuck you up in a minute with a right, left, right, making you sick. And then you see Tony A is on the mix.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 267. 267. I only got a few minor announcements before I introduce my very special guest. Actually, I should say guests. Okay. But yesterday I interviewed on episode 266, J Rock. So once again, if you guys didn't get a chance to check that interview out, make sure you guys go check it out. It's already up and available. So other than that, for those of you that want to appear on Roadium Radio, continue to submit your music to roadiumradio@gmail.com. The Gmail should be up on the screen, roadiumradio@gmail.com. Submit 2-3 songs, videos as well if you have any, and a short bio if you have one. Bios are important. I know some people think it's a thing of the past, but it still helps us to know a little bit of your background. So once again, roadiumradio@gmail.com. Other than that, this is a man that needs absolutely no introduction. Many of you have requested him for the last 2 years, and we finally made it work. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce none other than the one and only Kokane.
Man, glad to be here. Finally.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you.
I'm going to surprise you right now with something, okay?
All right.
Because the day that I met you was the same day that I met Cohen 87, Hutch.
Wow.
1987, Audio Achievements.
Yeah.
And Layla walked you in, and that's when I saw him introduce you to everyone, and then that's when I saw you.
Right.
And then I went up to you, shook your hand, and Steve Yano was there. I was only there because Steve Yano had taken me.
Right.
But I remember Hutch was going over samples because they were working on the first Above the Law album.
Right.
And I still remember one that I don't know if they ever ended up using it, but it was Gonna Funk You Right On Up by Sequence. And they didn't end up using it. Maybe they ended up using it later, but that was my moment of when I first met you.
Man, Kodak memories.
Yeah, man.
We still here. We blessed.
You know, and I still got pictures and videos of Mike Sims and Donovan.
Right.
You know.
Yeah,
so.
that was the spot, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know, Above the Law took me under their wing, and, you know, that's much history, put it like that. You know, at that one particular spot, some incredible legendary shit went down.
Absolutely. Now, I have to ask you, you know, and I hope you don't mind me asking, you live in Washington now, correct?
Yeah.
Why the transition from here to there?
Well, you know, Papa Jesus is real. That's what I believe. God is real. So, you know, I did a little punk-ass county lid, and when I was in the Pinta, I was like, man, all I heard was Seattle, Washington. You know what I'm saying? And then I kick it on my bunk, you know, do my push-ups or whatever, and then somebody else talk about Seattle, Washington. So, you know, when you get that instinct, you know, and you really pay attention to it, you got to pay attention to it.
Right.
I just paid attention to it, and it was time for me to move on, you know, to get on the airplane. I'm like right around the corner, so it ain't like I can't wiggle. But it was good, you know, for my girl, for my novia, my wife. We've been together 38 years, married 32.
Congratulations.
And we got 8 children, man, 4 boys and 4 girls. So based on family, familia, you know, that's why I made that move. And it was the best move ever.
Really? So you really enjoyed that much over there?
Yeah. See, I've been up there 14 years now. And like I said, man, I'm always traveling everywhere. So it's not like, you know, the world ain't your oyster. You know, from the palm of your hand all the way to an air flight, man. It's nothing.
So where, for people that may not know, I mean, I know, but I have to ask, coming from a fan's perspective, where originally are you from?
Well, I was originally born in South Bronx.
The South
Believe
Bronx.
South Bronx. Well, my dad is the great composer, writer, Jerry Long, Buddy Long.
Yes.
Such songs include Just My Imagination by the Temptations, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, just a slew of hits over there.
Wow.
So at a time, you know, before I was going to be conceived, they was over there in Paris. And moms didn't want the baby to be born in Paris, Pop, so they, you know, had some business out in New York. And we was out in New York, and I just happened to be conceived in South Bronx, New York.
Okay, and how long were you there before you came out here to Cali?
I don't know nothing about the New York lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? We moved because it was too cold, and plus my dad had some business to take care, you know, in Detroit and then L.A. because he was always, you know, floating around the country doing songs, man. Jerry Buddy Long Sr. is incredible musician. So, you know, we packed up our bags, you know, when I was a shorty, an infant, so to speak. And we first moved to the L.A. area. You know, we was migrating around. And then eventually, you know, because my dad and my mom was going through their things, you know what I mean? My grandmother and grandfather, you know, took custody of me, and we moved to Pomona, California.
Oh, wow, okay. And then that's where you've been this whole time. Well, before you, actually.
Yeah. All I know is Pomona.
Yeah. So when I met you at Audio Achievements, you were in Pomona already. But how old were you back in '87, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't like to tell my age, you know, so I'm going to be like Eazy-E on this one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, in the early 70s, we moved to Pomona.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, because for me, my early influences in rap obviously was all East Coast stuff. Obviously, the Fat Boys, the Run DMC, the Grandmaster Flash, the Melly Mel's, and all of them. Growing up in Pomona, who were your influences as far as when it came to rap?
The same thing, you know.
Okay.
Rakim, Cold Crush, Grandmaster Flash, Curtis Blow.
That was my favorite rapper growing up.
You know what I'm saying? And I just recently did a song with the last remaining member of the Fat Boys, Cool Rock Ski. I got a song called Hush.
Really?
It's doing extremely well. And that was one off the bucket list because I had done a song, basically. You know what I mean? We'd be here for weeks trying to name drop how many songs I'm on.
Right.
But I had a privilege to do something with definitely with one of the Fat Boys, you know what I mean? Because back then, man, you had Run DMC, you had Houdini, you had the Beastie Boys, you had all these collections of great groups, and they were definitely one off our bucket list of both the law and cocaine. You know what I mean? We used to actually ride to that. There was actually gangbanging to that real hardcore East Coast sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just what it was, and it's a cool thing because, you know, Rakim said it best. It ain't where you from, it's where you at.
So Cool Rocky, you got a track coming out with him.
It's already out.
Oh, it's already out.
Yeah, it's doing good too. It's called Hush.
I have to check that out then, because I know, rest in peace, Prince Mark D's no longer here, and Buffy
he just passed.
Yeah,
and of course Buff passed. We actually did the video in Brooklyn.
Really?
Yeah, we went to the soil.
Oh man, that's so dope, man.
Because I love hip hop, man. We all do, man. Hip hop saved our life, man.
Absolutely.
When it comes to the art form of breakdancing, pop locking, striking, you already got to know who at the head of that, and that's Brown and Black.
Yeah,
they go hand in hand. That's who really catapulted this hip hop and touch every, you know, ethnicity it is. You know what I mean? So I'm proud to come from where I come from.
Yeah. When I first went to New York, one of the first places that I went to was where Kool Herc threw his first hip hop party, where they credit him to throw the first hip hop party.
Right.
I believe it was August 11th, 1973.
Wow.
So I made sure to go there and pay homage, and then I went and took a picture by his mural, and then I went to Bed-Stuy to see Biggie's mural.
Right.
So I made my runs, you know what I'm saying, to pay homage to. I always tell everyone, at least in my opinion, if you really love this culture, this hip hop culture, you got to go to New York, man.
Absolutely.
You know,
I mean, you got to go where the Mecca is at.
absolutely.
You know,
yes.
they influenced us, and then it's an exchange too, because you see years later how much the West Coast had influence on the culture in New York is just incredible, bro.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this. This is a question for me, and because I always believed it was you, or maybe you can shine some light. NWA's second album, okay, The Prelude. There's a guy on there that Hutch introduces as, if I'm correct, Sweet Talk.
Yeah, Sweet Talk. That was a character. Me and he, you know, Hutch is my sensei, so he like my Phil Jackson to Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
And he used to always, you know, challenge me. You know what I mean? And I go up to every challenge and say, hey, let's do it. He said, you want to sound like Rick James, sound like this? So a lot of stuff we used to get game from was the old school Donald Goins books, you know, with the old 70s type of slang. And it was a character that I always used to watch named Huggy Bear,
Right.
you know, on Starsky and Hutch. And I wanted to emulate a character where it was kind of like, you know, inspired by that. Also the Parliament feel, and we came up with a character called Sweet Talk, which we introduced on the Evil Pizagan album. You know, the first person you hear on the intro, rest in peace, KMG.
KMG,
the late
yes.
great KMG. You hear Code 187, and then you hear Code 187. Man, yo, Sweet Talk, you got to get in, you know, do what you do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how that character came across, and just people just took a liking to it. And
So
you know.
to answer my question, that was you then.
yeah, well, all right, y'all across the USC Compton Watch. They don't be known to walk through the shadow of real niggas. Yeah.
Man, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to mimic that. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, man, because when me, Quick, Second to None, AMG went on tour in 1991, we did a Texas tour. That's when that record came out. Well, we bought the cassette.
Right.
And we bumped that shit back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because when you love rap and you're a producer or you're a DJ or you're a rapper, you listen to it, everything, every song.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And you guys just had such unique voices, man.
I appreciate that.
I was the guy. Well, all right, y'all. Every time we did a mic check. So, but that was dope, man.
Man, I appreciate that.
Now, on that album, was that the only song that you were on?
That was the only song I was on, but, you know, Eazy-E, Hutch, you know, basically the crew, because they gave me a chance to spread my wings, because, you know, people wouldn't play cocaine on the radio because cocaine was like illegal against FCC laws.
Yeah.
They wasn't having it. They were stuck in a tradition. Now it's different. You know, you got your Joey Cracks and your this, because they know dope don't mean you own dope. We just took it as a word that's a part of our cliche, part of the hip hop language. But back then they wasn't having it, big dog. They was like, no, we ain't playing that. But that actually worked good, because being at Ruthless Records, you know, wasn't no secret to controversy.
Right.
You know, Above the Law got banned.
Yeah.
Did real good for him.
Right.
And you know, one of the worstest name in the game, people would say, who would dare call himself Kokane, which was a name given to me by my cousin Code 187, because he felt that, man, you different, fool. You do all these different styles. People gonna trip off you when you do this. And a lot of times, you know, I was just doing one direction because I was a B-boy by nature, you know, an MC. But Hutch always put me up to the challenge, and when I was able to, you know, pick up the pieces because the radio didn't want to play me, you know, they put me on projects, and that was the beginning of something I wouldn't know years later would happen, that I would be the most featured collaborative artist in the game.
Yeah. You know,
because they did that for me.
Yeah. By the way, we got the bottle of Henny, so whenever we're ready.
Oh man, we could drink right now.
Yeah, Alex, make sure the green can, so because we need him alive and well when we go. So, but other than that, you know, okay, before Cocaine, did you ever have another MC name?
Yeah.
Can you
I
throw
was
some?
called MCJ Golden.
Okay, and why was that?
My grandmother named that because I got funny color eyes.
Oh,
So Granny did that for me. Don't make fun of that. That's my grandmother, rest in peace.
okay.
But I was called MCJ Golden, and a lot of stuff we used to do back then. We used to speak up on reality rap and different other things. So I was already headed that direction.
Yeah.
You know, and when I seen Above the Law got put on with the Ruthless card, I was like, nah, man, this shit fit more than the OJ Club, man. I'm right where I need to be.
Right, right. Now, when you first went or got introduced, what was it, Hutch that introduced you to Laylaw, and then from there, you guys went over to...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, me and Hutch, you know, I was always following behind him. A lot of people don't know. You know, Hutch is the real deal. You know what I mean? He's a prototype of Uncle Willie Hutch and Uncle Jerry Long and his father, Uncle Richard. And I used to watch him, man, just do tons of shows. Back then, he had a group called Wizards of Rock. You know, the group was called, he was B-Boy Hutch. The group was called Wizards of Rock. And, you know, back in those times between, you know, the 83 and the 86 era, we was like, rah.
Right,
you know, that was those times back then. And
that was that.
That's why you hear some of those same elements in Black Mafia life when you listen to Pimp Clinic 101. So those elements still stuck with us. But I used to do tons of talent shows, and we had a spot out there in Pomona, California called Grand Central Station, and everybody from the surrounding areas, whether you was from SGB or whether you was from the IE or whether you was from LA, in order to go to the fairgrounds, LA County Fairgrounds, you had to come to Pomona. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of outlets at the same time, and I lost contact of Hutch. You know what I mean? Because he went out and did his thing, and they was mostly in the hustle mode. You know, back then the crack game came in.
Right.
So, you know, it went from pop locking and breaking to seeing fools on the block like banging and slinging crack.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
In the 80s, you know what I mean?
We're going to continue talking about the 80s, and I'm going to tell you why. You mentioned Grand Central Station, okay? I was in 6th grade when the first time I went to a nightclub. I was just about to turn 12. I was about 11 going to be 12. My brother was DJing and a bouncer at Grand Central Station, east side of Long Beach, okay? So I did good and I graduated, so he snuck me in the club. I was in the DJ booth while he was spinning. This was during the time when like Prince had just dropped like Let's Work.
Right.
You know, so he had told me that they were opening up a club in Pomona called Grand Central Station.
Right.
Now, the history of Grand Central Station in Long Beach, it was first called Noah's Ark, and then they changed it to Infinity, and then the new owner took over, and then it was Grand Central Station. So Joe Cooley, I met Joe, King of Scratch Cooley, when I was 14 years old, and then he started spinning with my brother at the club. My brother would go bounce in Pomona, and he would come back and say this: "It's fucking crazy over there, dude." He goes, "It's crazier than here in Long Beach."
Yeah.
You know, and I know at Long Beach, you know, it was all like, you know, insane crip over there.
Yeah.
But over there, he was just telling me, he goes, I don't even want to go back over there.
Right. Oh, it was crazy. You got to realize Pomona was a small city. It's like you can go on the 10 freeway and get to where Ontario, the IE, in just a little bit over 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So when people came out there, we had, you know, when you're a small city, you got the little man's complex and you got to kick up dust. Yeah. And that's just what we did. You know, we kicked up dust. You know what I mean? But the good thing about it, hip hop was real relevant out there.
Yeah.
Because everybody from Biz Markie to Salt and Pepper to all these East Coast giants used to migrate out there and get a lot of more love just as well as they got in New York. And Grand Central Station birthed a lot of stuff. You heard the LA Dream Team used to faithfully be out there, which, rest in peace, the homegirl Jules sung on that actual record. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Ice-T used to come out there, you know, back in the day, Alonzo and the Wrecking Crew used to come out there. So it was a melting pot and a centerpiece between LA County and the Inland Empire. You know what I mean? So it was crazy, man. Joe Cooley used to come out there, used to have the finger roll, used to mix it up with Shell of LA.
Yeah.
You know, Prince of Darkness, you know what I mean? Diamond D. It's just a lot of incredible cats that are really the blueprint behind a lot of shit, Sergio. So, you know, to be able to come from that spot and see the puzzle piece, the powerful cornerstone piece of what Pomona had to play as far as in hip hop is just incredible.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think, because there's been a lot of artists and a lot of talent that come out of Pomona, and at least in my opinion, I don't think that you guys have received your flowers enough.
Right.
You know, and I'm glad that we're covering that here, you know. Did you ever have a finger wave back in the day?
Nah, man, I had a nasty ass Jerry curl with pimples on my face. You know what I'm saying? But that was the days of the greasy pillow. You know?
The greasy pillow, yeah.
The greasy pillow. But I used to have a crew out there. I used to pop lock. I had a gang of SA homies who used to pop lock, Latino, Chicano homies.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. It was all so simple back then.
Right, right. You know, give us a picture of what it was like. And I know you shared a little bit about Grand Central Station and popping, but let's talk a little bit of when the crack epidemic hit. And I know it hit hard.
It really hit in '84, you know, and I was under the umbrella because at that time, you know, your uncles and aunties and my mom at that time, before she cleaned up and passed and transitioned, you know, we was all under that umbrella.
Yeah.
And it just was crazy, man. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, that I wanted to jump wholeheartedly into the crack game, I was only on the surface on doing that. You know, I don't say on my records, man, I was pushing tons of keys, you know, because my brother was at that time, Bilal, you know, he was the shot caller, a baby shot caller doing his thing. And we lived on the west side of Pomona. And music helped me escape a lot of the stuff that you know, could have took me under.
Yeah.
And my brother used to tell me, you know, you keep doing your thing. You know, I don't want you selling dope, even though I did behind his back. You know what I mean? But I'm glad I listened to him because he happened to do 11,200 days. You know what I'm saying? He just got out 4 years ago, did 31-year bid. And he's just looking at me years today, and he said, that's why, you know, you know, if I can't be there for you, at least I feel good that you took the right road and you never forgot where you came from.
Yeah. No, that's a good thing, man. And you know what? Like I always like to share, when I did my little dirt, I was just a nickel and dimer. I never, ever wanted to be big time. Mm-hmm. You know, just guys that want to be Scarface, mm-hmm. you know, and I never wanted to do that. If I can get a deal or if I can make money doing what I love, then I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, then I'm good. I'll be content making a couple of G's and that's it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But now, once again, for people that are just tuning in, or maybe this generation's watching and maybe they're not too familiar with who Kokane is. When did your first album drop?
Well, my first album dropped after Above the Law was really about to put out their, you know, masterpiece, Living Like Hustlers. Mm-hmm. You know, me and Hutch did a 3-song demo in Pomona, California, Jimmy Hot Track Studio on Mission. It's a hot spot where basically everybody go from the local talent in the P-Town. And we did a 3-song demo, and at that time I signed a production deal with a cat named Larry Goodman, which his name is Laylaw, who's a contributing member of a writer of NWA.
Yes.
And their relationship that they had, you know, Gomac with the Sack, his Laylaw brother, which, you know, of course, Hutch and Chaos and Gomac and KMG, rest in peace, they used to hustle together. So in the early 89 stages, I linked back in with Hutch, and I remember going over his mom's house, Aunt Candy's house. Shout out to Aunt Candy. It was the beginning of '89, and I walked in there, and I seen Murder Rap, and that was the time when you have the big letters, and back at the days we used to have heavy-ass cassette tapes at Bernie Grubman's.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. I was like, that's Hutch? I was like, oh, wow. And then they happened to come through. You know, it was 1289 Wall Street on the east side of Neckland. I remember it like it's yesterday. I mean, he walked through. It was like, yeah. You know, he had on his Dallas Cowboy stuff, you know, and all that. And the crew came in, and he had to sit down with me, and he said, look, man, he said, I'm going to make good on my promise. I'm with the world's most dangerous group, and they really putting us on, and really we got something going on. So I want to take you under my wing, like I promised years ago in '85. You understand?
Right.
And he sat me in a room and he said, "But you got to change that name, Jay Golden." And I was reluctant. I ain't gonna lie, because his grandmother, my grandmother, that's what she named me.
Right.
She was resting in peace. But I was kind of like, okay, what you got, Hutch? He was like, man, I'm going to name you the name that I was originally going to call myself 2 years ago. But I'm a lyrical murder now. I'm Cold 187. And you Kokane. I sat back about 5 seconds and I said, that shit's dope. I said, let's run that shit. So we ran it. We did the 3-song demo. He shot the kite through Larry Goodman and Hutch himself, and shot it to Eazy-E. And it I was fortunate. It didn't take long for me to get signed, because Eazy felt like Hutch and like the rest of the crew felt like Kokane not only bust, but he gonna be different, because he's really doing that singing and rapping. And this was at a time long before your Nate Dogg's and Drake's and all that. Of course, me and mindful that, you had your Slick Ricks doing what they doing, but to the extent to where a person can croon like this Parliament motherfucker and bust, this is Kokane. And we ran with it.
Yeah, that's just dope, man. If there's one thing that from that era, from that time, when they were doing the We Want Easy album, the Straight Outta Compton album, the Above the Law album, the DOC, the JJ Fad stuff, if there's anything that you can take away from that time when you were there, what is one thing that you could say you've learned or you took away from that?
How to create records. There's a lot of great artists out there, but you have to learn how to create a complete project. And I've learned that. I learned structure. There was things that we had to bump into organically. I can't tell you like, oh, it was playing like this. No, along the way, we discovered things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So basically it was a learning experience. It was growth at the same time. And that's what it grew into. And when you look at records like JJ Fad, which was the icing on the cake to open up everybody's nostrils to Ruthless.
Right.
It was just a beautiful thing, coming under that card, listening to Boys in the Hood, the DLC, just incredible ass group. Easy Does It. And then the creme de la creme, in my humble opinion, was Above the Law, because we were different from NWA.
Yeah.
We were more coming up with a style that we took the elements from our Uncle Willie Hutch or our Jerry B. Long. Not to say NWA wasn't doing their thing. That was incredible. But they were more like a Public Enemy, East Coast boom bap, but for the West side.
Yes.
When it came to, Above the Law and Kokane, we slowed that bitch down and put some D's on the mothership. That's what we did.
Bro, let me tell you something. I was there one day when they were working on Above the Law album. Hutch wasn't there. I had just walked in. I recorded half a High Seas record there at Audio Achievements, okay? Mm-hmm. So we were just doing some demo stuff, and Dre was almost done. When he would leave, we would go in, and we would back and forth. He played me Murder Rap. Mm-hmm. And when I first heard, now I got a murder. First of all, I thought that shit was fucking insane.
Right.
But the next song, I'm not going to lie to you. When you love music this much, you feel something. I always say that music is like three-dimensional. You hear it, you see it, and you feel it.
Absolutely.
Okay? So the next one he played was Untouchable. Okay? And I'm not gonna lie to you, I got the goosebumps because if you remember Audio Achievements, the fucking speakers are like right here.
Yeah.
Donovan's board's right here.
Yeah.
You turn
With
that
the little
motherfucker
red
up.
buttons.
Yes. You turn
Red
that
knobs.
motherfucker on, and it's just, bro, I wanted to fucking cry. That fucking song was so fucking dope.
Yeah.
But my favorite song, I will say, is probably, I think it's called Ballin'. That's my favorite song on that shit because he tore that motherfucker up.
No, man, like I said, man, Hutch is my sensei. Those guys, really took me under the wing because basically we inspired each other at the same time. I was a pupil, you know what I mean? And just like when you look at it, a lot of people don't know because they hear your stories here, there, and there, and you know, I don't hate on nobody's narrative, but man, if you was at that time, you understood the real. You know what I mean? And above the law, you know, when you think about it, last time Jerry Heller got up out of here, he wrote a book and he said, NWA was huge, man, but above the law would have kept going, and it's nothing to take the greatness away from our, man, come on, man, they set the shit off. You know what I mean? But above the law and Kokane definitely has something different to offer to the game that years later, you know, we're cracking the mystique wide open because we're getting to media. You know, got to realize we raised 3 generations off this gangster funk. But now it's honorable to see media, not just from our era, but just youngsters, you know, do a form of digging in the crates, which is on the computer or internet, especially at this COVID virus time. Right. You know, a lot of people are starting to understand the information. Primarily what above the law, you know, Core 187 and Kokane had partaken in this whole game. And it's incredible, man, because I would never think, man, years later, bro, that I would become the most featured collaborative artist in the world awesome, because, you know, music was already embedded in our 23 chromosomes, so you weren't going to stop this.
Absolutely.
You know, but I'm glad that those doors got closed because it didn't give me an easy ride. And when you have a higher road to go, you're going to have it much more harder. So people slamming in the door in my face because they didn't want to play Kokane on the radio is the reason why I'm the most featured artist on the planet.
Hold that thought. We're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to come right back. We're going to bring out Hutch, Code 187, and then we're going to continue this conversation right where we left off. Okay, everybody, once again, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Kokane's in the motherfucking building, and we'll be back with Code 187, above the law in the motherfucking building. We'll be back.
What's up, it's Bella. I'm here on Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A. the Wizard. Stay tuned.
Yo, it's Ray Monique on Roadium Radio with Tony A. the motherfucking Wizard. Tune in and subscribe.
What's going down, everybody? This is Big Rich G here at Roadium Radio with Tony A. You guys got to check this out, man. Don't miss out. Tune in.
It's your boy Producer A here at Roadium Radio. It's your boy Tony A. Make sure y'all subscribe every Sunday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. with the dopest podcast popping in the motherfucking West Coast. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.
Yeah, this is Pablito here at Roadium Radio. I'm here with Tony A. the Wizard. Tune in.
What's cracking? It's your boy Noel G in the house, a.k.a. Hector. You guys know what time it is right here with the Roadium Radio Show hosted by your boy, Tony A. the Wizard. Keep listening. We got something good for you.
What's good, beautiful ladies? It's your boy MC Magic, Tony A. the Wizard. You already know. Roadium Radio Show. Turn it up.
Yo, what's hood good with y'all? This your boy Big Prodigy from the legendary South Central Cartel, and I'm over here chilling with my homeboy Tony A. the Wizard on the Roadium Radio Show. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the page on YouTube. And by the way, check out that interview with yours truly. You dig? Wes.
What's up, guys? This is Mayito. You're watching Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Little Silent from BOTG, the voice of the ghetto, man. Tune in every Sunday and Wednesday to Roadium Radio. You already know, hosted by the legend himself, Tony A. the Wizard, man. Just don't miss out, man. That should be active out here.
What's up, everyone? This is Antonio Pelayo. I'm here at Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure to subscribe.
Yo, what's up, everybody? LA Baseball Head here, also known as LAFC Soccer Head, chilling on Roadium Radio with my homeboy, Tony A. the Wizard.
What it do? DJ Joe Cooley. You chilling with me, DJ Tony A. the Wizard, and Roadium Radio. You heard me?
What up, everyone? This is Lolita. Tune into Roadium Radio, hosted by
Tony A the Wizard.
What up, what up? Susie Q in the motherfucking building. I'm here chilling with Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard. Roadium Radio, YouTube. You guys check it out. Subscribe. Spank it easy.
Yo, this Shady Boy right here with Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
What's poppin' with it, family? It's your boy Jokes Loves Life, and you are now tuned in to Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard. That's right, love life, y'all.
This your boy Wito Trees, Roadium Radio in the house, Tony A, the Wizard. What's up?
What's up? This is your boy Panther on Roadium Radio. Tune in with your boy Tony A, the Wizard, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Yeah.
This is Murray Brumfield, a.k.a. Mexicali Slim, Familia Records. And you rolling with Roadium Radio with Tony A.
Yo, what up? It's your boy DJ Kazam. We're right here live. Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard. That's what's up.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Mariah Avila. I'm here on Roadium Radio with Tony the Wizard. Please subscribe, like, and comment.
Yo, it's cracking. It's your homeboy, Mr. Motherfucking Junebug. And you just tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel. You know.
Juvale Raza, it's your homeboy Hypnotic right here in Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you subscribe, like, and do all that. Don't forget to comment. Much love.
Yo, this is Grincho Brown on Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. Keeping this shit popping, all West Coast, all love. Shout out to my Raza, be getting it.
Hey, look, this is Chunks, the San Diego All-Star, and you are now tuned in to Roadium Radio right here with Tony A the Wizard. Tap in.
What's up? It's your girl Carolyn Rodriguez here at Roadium Radio. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday and Sunday to Tony A the Wizard.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Tony G. You're listening to Roadium Radio with the homeboy, Tony A the Wizard. Roadium Radio.
Yo, what's cracking? It's 2Max with Mexican descent, visionary shapeshifters, Good Life Project Blowed, LA Underground Hip Hop. You're tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard on Wednesdays and Sundays. LA Hip Hop will save the world. Ooh.
Yeah, doggy. Yo, what's up? It's Anthony Campos, a.k.a. Big Citric, inviting everybody to tune in and subscribe to Tony Vision, Roadium Radio with your host, Tony A the Wizard.
What's happening? It's your boy Bobby Castro, and I'm here at Roadium Radio with the homie Tony A the Wizard. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the shit.
What's good, y'all? Eric Bobo from the mighty Cypress Hill, chilling right here on Roadium Radio with the homeboy Tony A the Wizard. That's right.
Hey everybody, this is Cliff Ritchie, and I'm here on Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
What's cracking? It's your homie Crazy Boy, Blue Rain Music. You tune in to Roadium Radio with the homie Tony A the Wizard. Tune in every Wednesday and Sunday right here.
What's up, everybody? This is Dali C, the Trap Queen, and you guys are listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. Make sure you guys tune in.
Yo, what's up? This is DJ Bobby B, and you're live with Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
1212 coming to you live from the Harbor area. DJ Ralph M rocking beats with my man Tony A, rocking the SP1200. Let's go.
Yo, what's up? This is DJ Yella coming straight out of Compton, Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard. Check him out.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Miss Gatti from NYC. Andamos aquí with Tony A the Wizard at Roadium Radio. You already know how to bring the NYC love. Hey, shout out to all of you guys.
Hey, what's cracking? It's that Guilty One. You're tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard, live every Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Like and subscribe.
What's going on? It's Hazard. You are tuned in with Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure you tune in every Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yo, this is your boy Invincible, and you are watching the Roadium Radio Show with Tony A the Wizard. Make sure you're tuned in and watching. Ooh-ah.
What's up, guys? This is Isabella Soul, and you're tuning in with Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
What's up, guys? It's your girl J-Rocks. I'm here on Roadium Radio with your host Tony A. the Wizard. I'll make sure to tune in on Sundays and Wednesdays, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Yo, what's up? This Jose Homicide. You hanging out at Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. the Wizard. Like and subscribe.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy Cap G. Subscribe to Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. the Wizard. Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is King T chilling on Roadium Radio. Tune in, subscribe every Sunday and Wednesday. Fucking with my man Tony A. the Wizard.
West up, this Lazy Dub, and you're tuned in to Roadium Radio right here with Tony A. the Wizard on every Sunday and Wednesday, 7 p.m. Make sure you like and subscribe that.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm right here, Loco Negro, Tony A, Roadium Radio. Tune in.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy MTO right here with Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure you like and subscribe and tune in every Sunday and Wednesday.
What's up, everybody? It's your homegirl Lovely, and I'm right here at Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure you subscribe and check him out every Sunday and Wednesday.
It's Nina Beretta with Roadium Radio and Tony A. the Wizard. Tune in Sundays and Wednesdays. Like and subscribe.
What's up, everybody? This is the Puppet Master chilling with El Triste. Follow and subscribe to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Rashidi Harper, director, executive producer from Hip Hop Uncovered, and I'm here at the Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Stay tuned.
Coming at you live through the harbor area, you got MC Pancho, the #1 Sancho, and you're checking out Roadium Radio with my man Tony A. the Wizard. Check.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 267. 267. And I hope you guys called somebody because it's about to get real good. So once again, allow me to introduce Kokane and none other than Cole 187 Above the Law. What's going on, my brother?
What's up?
Hey. Man, I think the last time I seen you, Hutch, was before the coronavirus.
Boy, it cracked off, yeah.
Yeah. Or should I say the Pomona virus?
We can say that. Shout out Brian J.
Yeah, man. So you know what? I want to jump right into it, and two things that I want to start off by saying. Number one, when I saw you sampling and playing with the SP1200 audio treatment, the one thing that I was very, very impressed with you about was always how you flip samples.
Yeah.
And throughout your career, that's one thing that a producer listens to who still likes to sample. I still love to sample.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and
me too.
I've always heard, there was one thing that you were doing and that you played for Dre. You had a Big Beat by Billy Squire off the Ultimate Breaks and Beats.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then it was like boom, ba-cap, boom, boom, ba-cap. And then you played that UFO sound. Like, and I was like, that shit is dope right there, man. That's it. Exactly.
Yeah.
So throughout your career, I've always paid attention to yours, to the way, your style.
Yeah.
And then he had said how, Kokane, I said how Above the Law had gotten banned.
Yeah.
And a lot of people may pick up on it or may not know if you're an Above the Law fan. When you dropped the EP, when you got sampled Atomic Dog and you had said, now here's another one you could ban. I'm the $1 million, not the $1 million man, G.
I break a bitch like glass.
That was dope, man. Believe me, I'm a big fan of you guys.
That's right.
So,
yeah, everything was anti then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like coming up with Ruthless, that's what it was about, being against the grain. It was more reality rap than people, you know, we got labeled gangster rap, so it was just reality. So I guess being banned was the thing for us, you know. It was the Easy Champion band being banned, so we just kind of gravitated to the ban us, motherfucker.
Right. Real quick, Alex, make sure our levels are good, please. Yeah. Okay. So now, as far as let's talk about the G-Funk. Okay. And the reason why I want to bring it up is because a while back, Warren G had dropped I guess his documentary.
Yeah.
And on social media, I saw how some of Nate Dogg's family was somewhat, and I don't want, maybe this is too big of a word, they were somewhat or disappointed that maybe they weren't invited.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they weren't a part of it as much as they should have.
Yeah.
Some people were giving Dre the if you will, the ownership to he invented G-Funk. Some people were saying Warren, but the true diehard Above the Law fans knew who that title belonged to.
Yeah.
Now,
well, if you saw the documentary, he told you in the documentary where it comes from. Warren told everybody in the documentary. He also did a press run and told everybody where it came from as well.
Okay.
You know, so that kind of dispelled that little rumor or whatever it was that it come from Above the Law. That's what it comes from, because the person who's actually coined and quoted to doing it, which was Warren G, that everybody give that to, far as the baton to Dre. Dre gets it because he have like the theory is on the Chronic. It's not really literally G-Funk. It's the theory of G-Funk is on the Chronic. It's not, you know, Chronic is kind of like a spin off of like out of Niggas for Life and into like what he was trying to do with Snoop and the rest of the Dog Pound at that time. Which is kind of funny because, you know, they come from us. You know, all those people come from us. Warren, Snoop comes through Above the Law camp. In turn, I was Dr. Dre's understudy. So a lot of the influences end up being on the Chronic. Well, the Chronic became a bigger record. It was more commercial. So that's why the media, like I said, when they labeled gangster rap, we didn't ever say that. They're the ones who heard what it was called at the time and then start saying that's G-Funk. You know, we named it G-Funk. Well, actually, Layla and KMG were the two came up with like what it sounds like, and you know, because we talk about making records. We usually talk. We have big meetings about making records, a certain type of records, and I'll say sonically, I'm going to do it like this. So as we start doing it, we start like, oh yeah, this is like some gangster funk. You know, especially when we incorporated cocaine into it. That kind of changed. You know, you heard Living Like Hustlers.
Yes.
You heard the demo. You heard everything. Well, what people don't know is I had produced already 80% of Living Like Hustlers before I even met Dr. Dre. That's what people don't know. All you were seeing when you came up to Ruthless was me and Dre bumping it up to a 24 track because it was done on the 8 track and the 16, and Eric wanted it on the big studio sound. So I bought my crates in. Me and him resampled everything, hooked it back up, ran it through Donovan's board. Boop. Now you got Living Like Hustlers. But it was like 80% done. I had everything done. It was only thing me and Dre done that I came up with, because he let me be the captain of the ship and he just kind of showed me how to lay everything out, was Just Kicking Lyrics, Freedom of Speech, and the last song. Everything else I had already, Tom. Every other song you heard I had Minister Society, I had Living Like Hustlers already done, I had Untouchables, Murder Rap. I produced Murder Rap in like 86, 87. Like I had already produced all those records already. Some people will tell you that the demo sound better than the actual record that came out.
Really?
To some of those records, yeah. Untouchables was just how you heard it. It just was bumped up 24. Yeah. All I did was bought my crates in, resampled everything, bumped it up. That's it. It was nothing no different. Dre didn't put anything else on what I done. Ballin' was done. Flow On was done. What else? Yeah, and that's it. And the only things left is the last song, Freedom of Speech. Shout out to Layla. Me and Layla wrote Freedom of Speech, and then Kicking Lyrics. Those are the only three. Another Execution. It was done already. All his records. I actually done Another Execution in there, but me and Dre actually laid it all down together. Those were the only 4 songs that weren't done when I came. But the songs that I'm telling you, they were on the demo.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? To me, what makes a classic album, at least in my opinion, is where you could, I still say tape or CD, when you could play the CD or the cassette and you don't have to skip.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think that's what's missing today. And earlier, I know, Coke, you come from that era because you said something earlier that I always used to hear everyone say at Audio Achievements was timing is everything.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
so
is, yeah.
that's why I was like, okay.
Right.
And it was the right time. You
And
know,
then when
so
then when we were saying what he was saying about the G-Funk, how the discrepancy comes into play is that the fact that what people don't know is that Evil Vazagian and Black Mafia Life was recorded at the same time.
Oh, wow, okay.
It was recorded at the same time.
Okay.
But here's a twist where everybody want to say we came out so much later and why is this and why is that? Well, one is because we were switching distributors. We were leaving Epic and going to Warner Brothers, which was giant at the time.
Yeah.
Irvin Azoff and Jerry Heller were good friends. Him, Eric, and Jerry did a deal with him to bring us over there. You know, so we went over there. It took probably like 6 months to get out of Sony and get into a new situation because we got tired of them telling them, oh, Sony was the reason why Cocane's first record is not called Cocaine.
It's called
we got tired of that, you know, like them trying to tamper with shit and change shit. So Eric wanted to leave at the time. Other stuff that will come out in the book that you'll hear that we don't want to talk about right now.
Okay.
Or as it comes out, it'll come out.
So there is a book in the
There's a book and all that. Yeah, that's coming out. It's called Living Like Hustlers, you know, but and you'll hear that, you'll see the whole play out, right? So here it is. The Chronic, NWA breaks up. Dre leaves. In the process, we end up being held up. But Black Mafia Life is done. He left after Evil Vazagian is done. See? So he has a window to, and mind you, we're all cool with each other.
Yeah.
At the time, me and Cocaine is managed by Suge.
Okay.
Yeah, we're managed by Suge, so we're all still in cahoots. At the time, there's no Warren G. Warren is around us because Warren used to stay with me,
right?
You know, and he watched us do Living Like Hustlers. He watched us do Black Mafia Life. Snoop comes around doing Black Mafia Life, and he came through our camp. He didn't even come to the Ruthless side. He came just straight Law House, Above the Law, Ruthless division. That division, he came through that. We were going to do something. Somehow, when Dre left, they decided to step with Dre. And then they hear the tape, the 213 tape. Also, Nate Dogg, rest in peace, came at the same time because that's who Warren bought to us at the time. He bought Slim at the time, which is Snoop Dogg, and then he bought, Nate Dogg and him. And we were going to do some stuff with him. And then when the Cliques broke up, everything broke up. They ended up going to work, to present something to Dre. Well, Dre came back to me because me and Dre are still tight. Came to me and said, hey, Hutch, I know you're working with this kid. I think he's dope. I want to do it. What do you think I should do? I was like, oh, the kid can go. I think you should do it. Boo, 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 feel it. That comes out. We have a song on the deep cover soundtrack was Nickel Slick Nigga at the same time. So because we're managed by Suge, they're the executives over it, right? So we're all still working together. And mind you, 6 months prior to that, when I was playing the songs off of Black Mafia Life, Dre was like, what you doing? He would always check my temperature. I'm like, I'm doing this shit. We call it G-Funk. I played him a couple of records. He was like, oh, that's hard. You gonna do your thing. Just influence thing. 6 months later, me and Eazy picked a demo up of The Chronic. We hear a couple of records that kind of sound kind of like what we doing. Yeah, kind of like what we did on Black Mafia Life. So I'm like, okay, I get the influence. It's cool. No problem. I respect Dre to the fullest. He's he taught me how to make records basically professionally.
Yes.
I knew how to make records on a demo level. And like I said, some of my demos people will say is harder than the record that me and him done together. Like that he helped me bring to the forefront of the world. So I had no issue with Dre on that tip. I'm like, okay, he's influenced by me. So we going back and forth. Okay, why we doing this? Why we doing that? So me and Eazy, and this is real, I'm gonna give you some real shit on the show. Me and Eazy going back and forth about this shit, but Eazy tell me, say, look, man, I make 25% of this shit. This coming out.
Talking about The Chronic.
Yeah, he cleared The Chronic. And it was like 3 months before, because I'm going to bust everybody's head now. The Chronic comes out in December. Black Mafia Life come out in February, 45 days later. It's not a years and years later like people try to portray. Right. It's only a month lapse time. So back then, how long did it take us to make records, Coca? 6, 7, 8 months, a year? So I'm going to say it again. Back then, it ain't like now.
It ain't like now, no.
And how long did it take the records to come out, Coca? 6, 7 months. If you get on the assembly line, you got to wait.
You got to wait.
It's got to realize it's 1990, 1991.
You got to hurry up and wait.
You got to hurry up and wait, right? So that's what it tells. If our records are 45 days apart.
I know.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we understand the timestamp. So when it came to G-Funk, we understood we influenced both those records, the G-Funk era and the Chronic. We understood that. We understood. Me and Coca embrace it, me and the rest of Above the Law. But the dopest thing that we ever done in our lives was kept moving, and not really worried about whether these tabloids were giving us credit, because that's the only people that didn't give us credit. The fans always gave us the credit.
There was a song on the Black Mafia album, and you know who played it for me, and he's Warren's DJ, Money B DJ.
That's right. That's our family.
Okay,
DJ.
He played it for me, and I believe it was the demo, and it was right before it dropped. And there was a song, I believe it might have been the first song. I'm not sure.
Missing a Beat, which is Dre Day.
That's where I was going.
Yeah,
that's where I was. I was like, why does that shit sound so damn familiar? And he was like, I told you. And I was like, yeah. And then he was sharing with me also, he goes, and what's Hutch's name? 187. What was Snoop saying? It's a 187. And I was like,
yeah. What does that sound like?
You can hear them.
What does that sound like? Yeah. And I guess you didn't know your bitch rings low.
Everything is fine when you're rolling with your homies and a little bit of VSOP.
Yeah. All that, that whole thing. But that's the influence. That's what we happy about. We not happy. What we have a problem with in the media. We have a problem in the media that media seems to jump over a part of history. Like, oh well, no, we don't know that. We don't want to talk about that.
Right.
They don't want to talk about Black Mafia Life is the blueprint of all of that shit.
Right.
And it's because when we started trying to really find ourselves at Ruthless Records was to have our own identity, because I had broke from under being Dr. Dre's understudy and just being the sole producer of my crew. It was more like, because when we did the deal, the only reason why Dre was truly on our record was because when we signed a deal with Epic, he had to be named on it.
Yes.
That's the only real core reason. I could have actually done the record with an engine. I could have did it with Donovan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And did it because I had I knew how to put it all together. I just didn't know how to. But it was great because I got to be schooled by one of the greatest dudes that ever was behind a 24-track board. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I take it, man. I only know the other person, the only next person I know doper than that, that's one of my colleagues is Christian Glove, which he the one who taught me how to run an SSL. He's the only cat I knew he taught me what those buttons were, and he's impeccable when it comes to that.
Shout out to Chris.
Just shout out to Chris. Because he taught Dre. He taught Dre how to run it. Yeah.
When I interviewed him here, he put somebody on blast, and I was like, say that again. Because this is a guy that I look up to as far as a producer and engineer, which is DJ Quick. He was talking about how he was working on the Chronic with Dre and goes, and then Quick came around and stole our shit and took it back to his camp.
Wow.
And I was like, can you say that again? He goes, yeah. The flexatone, the chime, that was all my shit. He goes, and he went ahead and took it, and I was like, oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, that's a bad motherfucker, though. Christian Glove's bad, man. That dude's good. That dude's a wizard.
Yes, yes, he is.
Yeah.
Big Dog Coke, I got a question for you. And don't look at Hutch right now when I ask you this. What's your favorite, if I had to twist your arm, Above the Law album?
Oh, that's a no-brainer. Uncle Sam's Curse.
Yeah,
okay.
Uncle Sam's, because all those records was incredible, from Living Like Hustlers to Black Mafia to
without his record,
to my record,
it wouldn't be Uncle Sam's.
And we were extremely changing because my first record was called Who Am I, because they was scary. They was on some Buster shit at Epic,
absolutely
at that time.
I have to
know
agree.
what I mean? So they called me. Who am I?
Like a mystery.
When fools was going to the record store, it's like, who the fuck this fool is? We looking for cocaine. We looking for cocaine.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when we did Funk Upon a Rhyme, it drastically changed from more the B-boy shit to like we get downright dirty, like some gangster shit, raw, just getting out the pinta, hood shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's the grimy shit, like, you know, and people start really relating to that sound because we were influenced by, of course, our peoples. You know, we come from music royalty, but we also influenced by your Parliaments and your Bootsy Collins and your Zaps and everything else. But we didn't want to be called Parliament babies and this and that.
Right.
You know what I mean? We wanted to be inspired, just like they were inspired by the Funk Brothers, by James Brown.
Yep.
See, it's tribal. Yeah, everybody inspire each other. That's what musicians do.
Absolutely.
And we took it upon ourselves to really go for a different lane.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean? And we did that. And once we did Funk Upon a Rhyme, you know, that was, me and Hutch got together and it was like, every day we was rolling the Cadillac.
Yep.
We rolling the Cadillac. We was like, we're going to do this, do that. Hutch said, I got this Bootsy Collins beat on my flip called No Pain, No Gain.
It's Munchies.
Which is one of the
Which
coldest.
is Munchies. It's the breakdown of Munchies.
Yeah, coldest
It's a breakdown.
anthems that were played at funerals. I didn't know that was going to be. It was played at Eazy-E funeral. But that was like the blueprint because, you know, Hutch realized, okay, you know, it's like Quincy or like anybody. You know what I mean? He's like, this is evolution.
Yep.
So even when you listen to songs prior to Slow Burning coming up, you'll listen to, you know, us clowning. And we had a commercial called we was clowning. It's like, man, they got a black Superman in Jamaica. Well, that's where Black Superman came from.
Yeah, the idea of it. It was a joke.
It was a joke.
And then me and Cam G said that'll be a hard ass song about how motherfuckers be coming up, taking a risk in that for their family and shit. It's like a black Superman.
Yeah.
Like
so that was
odds,
actually
you know?
that was actually what's so incredible, man.
Yeah.
When Uncle Sam's Curse was being recorded, you know, Hutch would be in that studio all the time. And sometimes we'd be downstairs, you know, everybody be playing their video games. He'd be up there splicing tape and all kind of crazy old school shit.
That's a real editing right there.
Yeah,
running
and
shit
he
through
just,
all kind
you
of
know,
compressors and shit.
we would come with our ideas, with our melodies, and, you know, that Goonie singing, which is the real essence of G-Funk, because G-Funk ain't pretty.
Yeah, it ain't pretty.
Like George Clinton said a long time ago, could you imagine any doobie in your funk? No. So we was on that type of shit, right?
Yeah.
So it just came out incredible because it was one of the most prolific albums ever created. And even to this day, you know what I mean? That
Who's
particular
made a gangster
record,
political record?
Yeah.
Ask yourself that. There's a lot of people make political records. There's a lot of people make gangster records. We're the only group that has made a gangster political record.
Right.
Gangster shit in politics. But tell me, I wait.
Yeah.
I wait. I take my hands off it because PE was political, NWA was gangster.
Yeah.
Above the Law was political and gangster.
So it's like those two groups smashed.
Yeah.
And prior to that, it's real history, man. When you look at the prior to Uncle Sam's
Black
Curse,
Mafia Life.
Black Mafia Life. If you look at the artwork, that was done by OG Cartoon.
That's right. Yeah. He was a tagger at the time. And Eazy saw his talent. He was a tagger and a tattoo artist. And the crazy thing about Cartoon in that cover is that he came in and just drew the sketch while we was talking. We were on the neighborhood watch, dude. Right there.
You know, on my documentary that I did, the Roadium mixtape documentary that I directed, he actually admitted that. He said,
that was his first gig.
Yeah.
That was his first gig.
On our album, he actually did High C name, did the microphone, and my name as well when we were at Hollywood Records.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That dude was incredible, man.
Yeah,
He's been from the beginning. He's been crazy. And the thing that I think that what we try to dispel in what you were talking about, like how this discrepancy came, it's not, we don't really think like how the fans may think like Dre stole something, Snoop them did this,
right?
Because they're our family and we're in full support of them, whatever they doing, you know. And when they did what they did, we were in support of them. It's just that when we're looking at it, we're like, okay, You guys have to dig a little deeper, kind of like how you say. Like you got to kind of like search for the truth and stop just whatever surface level. That's fine, but you got to dig a little deeper because there's always all these other layers, you know. And then when you really find them, that's the true thing that you should vibe with, and it makes you love that even more. You know what I mean? When you actually go to the core of it, because it's all pure. It's not like you're gonna go to it and be like, I don't know, whatever. You're really gonna get funked. You know what I mean? When you go to it, you're really gonna be like, it's gonna be an experience because that record, you will hear the deep, the darkness, the goons. It's not, you know, no disrespect to nobody that listen to like what they try to call G-Funk is sonically. It's not, and we talked about it before. Yeah. It's not just a talk box and a zap clap and a bass line. Right. It's a bunch more. It's when you hear Kokane, Cam G, and Code 87 singing those Goonie, you know, all that stuff. That's what makes it G-Funk. You know, it's the goons, it's the off-on harmonies. It is chords, rhythm, melody, like Warren G say, but it's all those different things. Right. You know, so the aspect of using a talk box is one aspect of when you use the slap, the boom, and the clap. Right. It's one aspect of it, but it's not the only. It could be jazz. It could be a jazz sound and stuff. That's how we came up with Set Free. Set Free. Yeah, it's we scatting, but we scatting like funk. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's to a funky bass line, like a jazz blues scale bass line. But I'm putting the funky beats on top of it. Right. That's what make it funky. You know what I mean? And then with the singing on top of it, that's what makes it funky. Now when gangsters get to rapping to it, that's what makes it G-Funk. That's why when we did Call It What You Want, Tupac asked us what the sound was called. When he heard that deep,
and actually,
you know, and
Pac wasn't supposed to be on that song.
He wasn't supposed to be on that song either. He accidentally got on it because Shock G couldn't. Rest in peace, Shock G, man, one of the incredible musicians, producers, and ever lived, and he couldn't make it. So we had studio time booked already. You know, back then, studio time was grip. You know, the tape in the time. You ain't fucking on the tape of the time. Right. So we kept waiting, and Mun came in and said, "Well, we got Pac. What's up?" I mean, say, "You mean that kid that was on the same song? Dude was on the same song. He wasn't nothing yet. Right. He wasn't Tupac yet. Right. So we said, okay, we need 4 people on the song. Put him on first. Run the play." He came in, he said, "This is what I got on me." "Oh yeah, what y'all call y'all sound?" "Okay, we call it G-Funk." "Oh, I bump a G-Funk, but you can call it what you want." That's how it all happened. He's the first person that coined that name on the record.
Before anybody.
This is years before the G-Funk era. Wow. This is years before that. That record, Black Mafia Life, was done at the same, I'm gonna say it again, it was done at the same time Niggas for Life was done. Okay? Right. Now, I'm gonna bring you up to what we know to be true for you to break it all into one, because you brought it up earlier. Yeah. The Prelude.
The Prelude, yes.
Why you think the Prelude sound like that? It's all the same elements on that Black Mafia Life record.
That's right.
Why you think it sound like that?
Yeah.
He told you earlier, I'm the one, me and him created Sweet Talk.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We the ones create all them characters. This is the KMG with the deep voice. We created, Dre didn't tell us to talk like that.
Right. I mean, if you really think about it, no disrespect to Ren, if you take Ren off that verse, it's above the law song.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. And it's purposely done because Dre said he wouldn't finish the record without us being on the intro.
Yeah,
it's purposely done.
He was adamant about it. Shout out to Dr.
That fucking
Shout
intro.
out to Dr. Dre, man, discovered us, homie. So
you know what? Go listen to that Prelude. The first track on, Evil
Vazagian.
Yeah, the first.
And that's super cool because, you know, we had the privilege to put at least 3 people, right, with 3 people that's really in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Tupac,
you know what I'm saying?
NWA. Yeah, it's incredible, man. So. A lot of people can't say that. So that's what I want to do that on your show, Tony, because I don't want people to think that me or Kokane have or odds with any of our colleagues on one note, but we just want the credit for G-Funk. Just we created it, and that's cool if y'all enjoy the ride and the journey, but go to the root too. Respect the root.
Absolutely. Now, I'm not sure if I asked you the first time, but your favorite Above the Law album?
My favorite as a producer or as just...
As a producer, correct.
I have to say Uncle Sam's Curse.
Okay.
Because I think it's the most prolific type of album that I've ever produced.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I mean, like lyrically, we were on some other shit. The consciousness of how we done it was, I don't think that we knew what we were doing at the time. But it's funny because KMG, rest in peace, we kind of was out on the limb with that, you know what I mean? Because we originally wanted to do a record like that was called The Ghetto originally. Mm-hmm. And that was the whole thing. We just want to talk about the politics in the ghetto, like the odds and the ends of it, whatever, you know, the gangbanging, the dope culture, how the government suppresses and how we got to stand up and fight. But still, there's genocide. Black and brown is, you know, still genocide. We wanted to talk about everything, you know. And I think the way we put it together, the reason why it's my favorite album, because it goes from one extreme to another extreme. You have a record like Return of the Real Shit, then you have a record like Rain Before Rainbow. Do you have a record like California? Then you have a record like Uncle Sam's Curse. You know, then you have a record like One Time Too Many. Then you have a record like
Black Superman.
Black Superman. So you feel me?
Yeah.
So I that's why I love that record so much. And then sonically, it moves really different, but on one plane. You know how you can do different. You know, as a producer, you can do different shit, but it moves on one plane. It's like, okay, once you play it, it's right here. But it's different. It's like so many filters on that record, and that's what I think. Because a lot of records like I done, like Black Mafia Life, I had a vision to go just this way, dark, grimy, this, that. It was fun. I mean, we know me and HB, when we produced VSOP, it was for him and Big Dre. Rest in peace. It was for the homie Big Dre, and they was like, when we were on tour, and KMG said, "Oh, I want to do." That's the only happy record that's kind of on there. You know, because we liked it so much, and then Dre and him was like, okay, well we'll just share the production. You know, me and HB. He was like, well, you gonna produce us anyway, so we not putting no record out. We doing a demo. So me and him, because he bought the he bought the drums, the Cutie Pie drums, and then I put all the other stuff on top of it, the Hall and Oaks, everything on top of it, everything. You know what I mean? And the change is me and Mike Sims. We flipped it, you know what I mean, to a whole, I originally composed all that, you know, myself. But Uncle Sam's Curse was more like the consciousness of it, but the gangster part of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I have to say that's my favorite because of that. Like, it, you know, and then Black Superman is probably the best record I ever produced.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just honestly, it's probably one of the greatest records I ever produced.
For me,
yeah. So.
Living Like Hustlers.
Okay.
And I will tell you why, bro. Not only do I love the lyrics but I loved all the samples and everything that you included in there. Like when you said kicking lyrics and what was it? The chorus, kicking lyrics. Then it was like, and the reason why, because when I hear that stuff and then touring with Quick and knowing his first single was Born and Raised in Compton, that was the same sample.
It's the same,
and I was like, man, I've heard that before.
Obligón was systematic. Yes. So realistic. Have you said yes?
Those times was real crazy, man. Like one thing, just to interject and not take y'all everywhere. it was incredible messing with Ruthless Records, is because Eazy was different.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? He did something outside of the box, outside where it was politics. This ethnicity wouldn't mess with that ethnic group.
Absolutely.
And this and so forth. But he the one who broke the mold, because, you know, when he messed with cats like Kid Frost and especially Brown Side, rest in peace, Toker.
That vision.
You know what I mean? And mess with Bloods, mess with Crips. Here's a person from Kelly Park that really seen past all that stuff, because he said at the end of the day, we all bleed the same. And this was at a time when that was a no-no.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I'm talking about really no-no, all the way from the streets to the pinta.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And what he showed us is that we, you know, when you really think about it, we all the same. You got to look at even in the Pancho Villa days, you had brothers and
fighting together.
You know, Browns fighting in the system.
Exactly.
And it's like now, you know what Eazy did, he interrupted the system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for us to look years back, that's why he's celebrated as much, and that's why he's underrated in our humble opinion, because he was much more than you know, an executive putting a label together. No, he broke trends. He broke stigmas.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we all learn from that, because And this is Shedio. I mean, we all learn from that because at the end of the day, he knew the power of music, culture, and arts that would subside things in the where even it was from the hood or the Raza or other things that, hey, no, this is political. It's like this. It's the way it is.
Right.
But he took the musical aspect of it and say at the end of the day, you know, this music is going to break trends past anything that is political.
Yeah. I think
he did that.
Yeah, I think one of the great things about Eazy is that he considered it, like you're saying, for all of us. He didn't consider it being like one way or for one kind. He considered what he was doing because it was reality. Because he felt like that's life. Like, okay, when I wake up in the morning, what's going on in my community? What's going on around me? And that's kind of like how his vision was. That's why he accepted every kind of thing because he looked at it like a human being. Right. He didn't really never look at it like when we started to bring up what you're saying, when we started like the Latino division of it, when we got Kid Frost and Brownside, one of his biggest thing that he wanted to always do, and of course, you know, he always worked with Julio G and Tony G, and you know, we always had people around us like that, and he was like, man, my biggest thing is this: they're one of our biggest supporters. He said, how am I going to give back to their community and not put their people on? That was his point, you know what I mean? And that's a humbling thing too, to say like, okay, because some people just, you know, pack up their little shit, count their money, and on to the sunset, and they're not mindful to what I just said. You know, for a community that supported them, he's like, how can I not support them? You know, how can I not put their people on? That's awesome, man. And that's what I thought was dope about that, because I was his liaison at the time. I was in the forefront of that whole thing he wanted to do. That's why I worked so close with Kid Frost and Brownside.
Right.
Toka, rest in peace. Danger, rest in peace.
Oh, good. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go. I'm gonna ask you one question, then we're gonna go to break. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being real, 1 being not so real. Okay. Straight out of Compton. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it?
Oh wow.
4.
A 4? Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's what Lonzo gave it.
I would say 5.
Okay.
I give it a 5. 50%. I would say 50% of it was spot on.
I think Arabian Prince said 2.
But I'll tell you this.
I know a lot of stuff was left out, but yeah, I would say.
I'll tell you this. You know,
in the body,
it kind of boggled me. I'm a human. You know what I mean? It boggled all of us.
Yeah, it did.
But the beauty about this is that it gave us a bunch of elbow room to fill in those fucking gaps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And it was necessary too.
I mean?
It was necessary though.
Yes.
I think for it to get out.
I'm happy that movie came out.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually.
It was necessary. Yeah, it was necessary.
You know what I mean?
To put the
Because
spotlight.
you gotta look at design, man. Like okay. The story of Ruthless Records is too big for a movie.
Of course,
yeah,
absolutely.
I'm just telling you. It's a series upon series, man.
Yeah, but for people to think that it was about Ruthless Records is the wrong. But my humble opinion on it, it was even short for the NWA story. Like it was short. It wasn't. See, people are getting in too much of that. It's a ruthless story. It's not. You can't. It's too many layers. It's too many layers to it.
Yeah.
They could never. It'd be still playing right now. The movie will still be going on right now. It'd be in it's 5th season right now. Like, it's just so much.
I mean, you got to talk about JJ Fad.
Yeah.
Even when you look at the At-Ban Clan who became the Black Eyed Peas, Terry B.
There's a lot of filters. To
Blood of Abraham, Step On.
You can't. But like
a lot of stuff.
Like he said, it gave all those people who were a part of that legacy their opportunity to tell their own story. That's the brilliant part about it. If NW think if they would have told you everything and put everybody into Straight Outta Compton, who cares about Above the Law and Cocaine story now? They told you in Straight Outta Compton.
True.
Who would care? You know what I mean? If they full blown put us in there, oh, it was at the studio and this happened. All the stuff that we telling you right now is in their movie. What's important? What gives us room?
Very true. Last question for you before we go to break. What did you think about the Super Bowl halftime show?
I thought it was necessary. I was at all the rehearsals.
Okay.
I thought it was dope. I guess they couldn't get a lot of the music, so he couldn't get so deep with it. So I think it was kind of like a situation. And Dre was like, I only got these many minutes to do this. I just wish that, honestly, I wish it was more NWA.
Oh, okay.
That's all I
Yeah,
wish. I don't care
yeah,
about the other people who acting like they should have been on that tip. I think because it's about Dre.
Yes.
You know, I think it should have been Dre's legacy, not other people that Dre was involved with here and there and here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think if it was about like a tribute to Eazy, Q was in it, ran the NW. I think that's where I may be kind of like, you know, because I know his legacy is deeper than what he showed on the stage.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I know he had that small little, because we talked about it. It's like, I only got this moment to do this, so I can't go so deep into it. But then, you know, when we talking about the ruthless stuff, it's probably couldn't get it. Or probably, you know what I mean?
Right.
He kind of focused on what he owned, I think.
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
because it's, you know, it's TV, so you got to get all the licensing
Right.
and everything for
Right.
that too as well. So,
Okay.
but yeah, that's why I think it was good. It was necessary because this is what I really loved about the ideal of it is that it was no mishaps and it was a West Coast show.
Yes.
That's
That
what I
part.
loved about it.
That
It
part.
wasn't no
So it was
mishaps for that
Yeah.
part. It was dope, yeah. I mean, my personal, when people chiming in and everybody this person should have been that person, and no one saying that NWA should have had a moment.
Right.
That's what I wanted when he got the whole Compton Boulevard on there with the top, you know, Tams up there, everything. I think it was straight out of Compton, you know, something
Right.
like, you know what I mean. I just think that should have been, that little twang should have been in there.
Since you brought up straight out of Compton, it should have been more NWA.
Right.
Again, I just have to ask because when we come back, we're going to be taking calls. So everybody listening up, we're going to be putting up the number when I tell my boy Alex to put up the number. We're going to be taking calls. So you guys got a question for Code 187 or Kokane. Once again, pertaining to music, please don't call and start sharing your feelings or how depressed you are. It's got to be music relevant, okay? So we're going to do that. But before that, last question for both of you. Hutch, you go first. Greatest hip hop diss song ever.
Oh man, don't do me like that. I have to say, Real Compton City G's, just because of my G. I have to say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have to say,
say it. You can say it.
I would have to say on Funk Upon a Rhyme, Don't Bite the Funk.
Okay. Mine, I'll be honest with you, I would have probably say No Vaseline.
Okay.
But let me tell you why I go back and forth between that and Compton City G's. Was because what a lot of people don't know, okay, this is, I'm going on 300 episodes soon.
Okay.
Every 100th episode, the intro is the intro to one of my mixtapes that I did back in the day.
Okay.
So this is my third mixed intro.
Right.
The next one is going to have Eazy-E.
Okay.
And in the 80s, you know what he rapped to? Cinderfella instrumental.
Yeah.
Before Q ever did No Vaseline.
Wow.
Oh, the mixtape. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out to BG Knockout and
Drayston,
man.
Yeah, because they've been
doing
that thing. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Got
so
to,
a lot of
man.
people are going to
And
hear
Rhythm D.
Eazy-E.
The genie produced that. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people are going to hear Eazy-E rapping to Cinderfella.
Oh, that's going to be dope.
That's dope.
So, okay, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break, everybody. So once again, call somebody, text somebody. You guys know the rest. We're going to be taking calls. I got a couple of more questions. So if you got the balls, make the calls. So we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy Cap G. Subscribe to Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. the Wizard. Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is King T chilling on Roadium Radio. Tune in, subscribe every Sunday and Wednesday. Fucking with my man Tony A. the Wizard.
West up, this Lazy Dub, and you're tuned in to Roadium Radio right here with Tony A. the Wizard on every Sunday and Wednesday, 7 p.m. Make sure you like and subscribe that.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm right here, Local Negro, Tony A, Roadium Radio. Tune in.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy MTO right here with Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure you like and subscribe and tune in every Sunday and Wednesday.
What's up, everybody? It's your homegirl Lovely, and I'm right here at Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure you subscribe and check him out every Sunday and Wednesday.
It's Nina Beretta with Roadium Radio and Tony A. the Wizard. Tune in Sundays and Wednesdays. Like and subscribe.
What's up, everybody? This is the Puppet Master chilling with El Triste. Follow and subscribe to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Rashidi Harper, director, executive producer from Hip Hop Uncovered, and I'm here at the Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Stay tuned.
Coming at you live through the harbor area, you got MC Poncho, the #1 Sancho, and you're checking out Roadium Radio with my man Tony A. the Wizard. Check it out.
What's up? This is Ronan Gray. You're watching Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday and Sunday.
What up? This is Mr. D over at Roadium Radio with my homeboy Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure you subscribe and tune in every Sunday and Wednesday.
What's up, y'all? This Uncle Spliff, man, from Spliff D TV. Y'all need to tune in every Sunday and Wednesday to Roadium Radio with my homie, Tony A. the Wizard.
Yo, you're tapping in with the Steel City Hustlers.
This is Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. the Wizard.
A motherfucking legend. Make sure you fucking like, subscribe, share, do all that shit. You know what's cracking.
Yo, it's your boy Troublesome Man, TM Gang live in full effect here at Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A. the Wizard. You know what it is, boy.
Yo, what's up? This is DJ Ernie G and the place to be. I'm chilling here at Roadium Radio with my homeboy Tony A. the motherfucking Wizard. Vatos locos forever.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Young Hype here at Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure y'all subscribe and tune in every Sunday and Wednesday.
It's your boy King Cash right here at Roadium Radio with the homie Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Trouble P here at Roadium Radio with your boy Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure y'all subscribe and tune in. West Coast.
Yo, what it do? This your boy, Big Havoc. One Hood Admiral, South Central Cartel General. And you're tuned in to Roadium Radio with my boy, Tony A. the Wizard. Stay locked in.
Hello everybody, this is Rocky Padilla, and you're listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
Hey, what's up my people? Hey, Trouble Kid right here, you know, in the house. Shout out to Tony A. the Wizard, and shout out Roadium Radio. Much love, thank you for having me.
What up, world? It's YQ, Young Quicks, and right now you're listening to the OG Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure to keep it locked, subscribe, comment, hate. It don't matter, man. We get into it. It'll 5 stand up.
Hey, yo, what up? It's your boy Mark Cruz. You're now tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard, the legend. Tap in.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Queenie. You're tuned into Roadium Radio. Check my man Tony A. the Wizard every Wednesday and Sunday. Stay tuned. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what it is.
What's up, pimpin'? It's your boy Johnny Boy, aka Mr. Las Vegas, at Roadium Radio with your boy Tony A. the Wizard. Yes, catch us every Wednesday and Sunday. Yeah.
Hey y'all, this is Elvia Cadena here at Roadium Radio with motherfucking Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share.
Can I get a moment of your time? Hey, it's your boy Lucky Sun Zoo from Hood Starks Podcast. Hey, fuck with one of the best podcasts in the game, Tony A. the Wizard. Roadium Radio. Don't motherfucking play with it. Don't sleep on it. Hey, H.A., stand the fuck up. Yes, sir.
What's up? It's Clever from the brown side. Make sure you guys tune into Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. If not, you're a bitch.
What's cracking? It's your boy Young Thrive right here with the homie Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Check out the best interviews on the West Coast. Yeah.
I'm on the Roadium Radio. What up? It's ODM from Lighter Shade of Brown. You know your daddy's favorite rapper, your mama's favorite DJ, plus that YouTube star. You know what I mean? RBG fam. Lighter Shade all day with the homie Tony A. Right here, Roadium Radio, Sundays and Wednesdays. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? This is A.DA Coronado. I'm here on Roadium Radio, and you can tune in on Sundays and Wednesdays with Tony A, the motherfucking wizard.
What's up, y'all? This is your boy Raz Kaz, and you are tuned into Roadium Radio with my big homie, Tony A, the wizard. What's up?
This is Truth with Tony A the Wizard at Roadium Radio. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Live Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. Tune in.
Hey, what's up, This is Lalo KV desde Atlanta. You're listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
Yo, you know what it is. It's your boy OG Rome, a.k.a. Mr. Everywhere, repping Road Dogs Entertainment. Make sure you tune in to Tony A the Wizard at Roadium Radio.
What up, what up? You know what it is. It's the LA West Coast native, DeVario. And you gotta tap in with my boy Tony A the Wizard at Roadium Radio every Wednesday and Sunday.
What's going on? It's your boy Isaac Palau on Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. Tune in every Wednesday and Sunday.
Hey, what's up? This is Lady Bands. Make sure you're tuning in to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard Sundays and Wednesdays.
Yo, what's up? This is Jimmy from Urban Kings. Make sure you tune in with Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
This is AO to the Saint coming to you live from Roadium Radio, hosted by my homeboy Tony A the Wizard. That's right, baby.
Yo, welcome back everyone to Roadium Radio episode 267. And once again, just to remind you guys, we will be taking calls. We're going to talk a little bit more, but we will be taking calls. I'm going to make time for everybody to get their call in. So if you guys have a question for Code 187 or a question for Kokane, once again, make that call. But please let your question be pertaining to music, okay? I know a lot of people want to call in and start sharing their problems. I'm not trying to do all that. I was just respectfully asked, please keep it music orientated. Your question cannot be, just one question, please. Okay. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and jump right back into it with Kokane, Code 187. My brother, I saw you had a request that you want your boy to grab you a little something.
Nah. I don't know where I put my glasses at, but
oh,
that's
okay.
All right.
Oh, good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start up. But you know what? I had a couple of questions that some people wanted me to ask you, Kokane. So I won't ask them all because I think they'll be calling in. So one of them was ask him about the last studio session before Tupac died. I believe he said the song was called Fame.
That happened. We met up with Tupac later on that night. We just got through doing a song with Ice-T. It was me, Ant Banks, Spice One. Back when he used to live up in Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
And we coming down Sunset Plaza. You know what I mean? And we see a convertible, and we see this cue ball head. Hutch and them got the same head. But we pull over to the side, and we was like, Pop. He was like, Coke, Spice, what's up? So at that time, we were staying at the Mondrian. So he pulled over, came to our hotel room. We started talking. And he said, I want y'all dudes to come to my house real quick. So we go follow him, get off Sherman Oaks. That's where he used to live. You know what I mean? Remember like it's yesterday. And I was playing on the piano. That was when we walked in the room and seen at his house, Gaddafi, rest in peace, and some of the members of the Outlaws. And I was playing a song that Hutch produced on my project. And it was like, sometimes I feel like my day is coming. Won't you free my mind, free my mind, free my mind. And he was like, oh, man, I love that, because he was always intrigued with that life and death type of situation, type of songs. So he said, man, I need y'all to come up here to Can-Am Studio. You, Spice One. Capping was with us, too. I need y'all to come up here, and because I'm about to start this whole new get down called One Nation. So we went up to Can-Am, and he said, man, I want to talk about a song that represents us, something we striving for, fortune and fame. And that's when the song came out. So he said, Coke, go in the studio, do your thing. So fortune and fame, something we all adore, something we dying for, stuck in this game. Thing, searching for fortune and fame. Then Spice One, Chico. Shout out to Spice One.
Chico.
Got on that stuff. A.DA, he was also on, and this was the original thing, Fortune and Fame. And then he said, man, I want y'all come to my movie set. At that time, he was doing a movie called
Gridlock.
Yeah, Gridlock with Jim Belushi. So
Yeah.
we came to the set in downtown LA. Me, Spice One. And we were just chopping up. He's like, man, I really want to make this huge, man. I always like Above the Law, Yo Sound, Kokane. It was like, you're my peoples, man. He was really open arms. And Chico, Spice One, you're my peoples.
Yeah.
So we said, all right. And then the next thing he said, man, I'm about to go to New York. After I come back from New York, I'm going to go to Vegas. And I want y'all to come out there because I'm watching homie Mike Tyson. But at that time, I had a record with Code 187 because I was signed to Scotty Brothers because I left Ruthless Records. In my humble opinion, when Eazy died, Ruthless died. You know what I mean? Ruthless went on. So we had a record called Paradas Only, produced by Code 187 and myself. And also that was the transition of DJ Yella because he had a single that I was on called This Is For The E. You know what I mean? So we did that song, and you know, when I talked to Pac, he was like, "Man, I really want to mess with you. I really want to mess with Hutch. I really want to mess with Chico. The niggas I feel that really set this shit up."
Right.
You know what I mean? So the next day, after all that altercation happened with him, you know, unfortunately, you know what I mean, he gone in Vegas. Be Legit had called me. And when Be Legit had called me, I was at the office at Scotty Brothers on Santa Monica at that time, because I was working in the office, and Be Legit said, shout out to Be Legit, by the way.
Shout out, B Legit.
He said, "Man, they got him." I was like, "What you talking about?" I said, "They got him, man." He said, "Turn on the news." So I turned on the news, and I thought it was some bullshit, but then it resonated and hit. That Pac is gone, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't care if you're the toughest, whatever you claim to be, when you really love somebody like brotherhood. You know, I just sat in the room, a little alligator tear rolled down my eye, and I was like, damn, man. And that really put me in a dark position, because a year before that, our lifeline to this whole game, Eazy-E, he gone.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it was a double up thing, and I was like, I was just like in a zone, homie. Like, here go these two greats that they influenced us and we influenced them, and they gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
That's
you
every
know,
time
but
in
one
hip-hop,
thing that I am so happy about, when you check in this museum, he was able to put down his notepad and you see Above the Law and Kokane on there. That's forever, man.
That's dope.
You know, you see, you can also look up the history we shared performing at the Jamaica House in 1991-92 with Above the Law, Code 187, myself, and Tupac on stage when he had the Nefertiti thing.
Yeah.
Long before the Death Row Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
Pac was family.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Speaking, man, well, first of all, rest in peace, Pac. The way you felt when Pac passed, and I could only imagine how you felt with Eazy, but the Eazy one is the one that hit me the hardest. That one. And believe it or not, even though I didn't know this individual, but I love his music, Prince.
Wow.
When Prince passed, that one right there, I shed a tear on that one. Yeah. But you guys brought a Spice one. I want to give him a shout out because I interviewed him here.
Yeah.
And that day we got fucked up right here, Chico. He was sharing Pac stories.
Chico, Slimy Crew.
He was sharing Pac stories, the Hughes Brothers stories, and the Bushwick Bill stories.
Yeah, the
Rest in
Bushwick
peace.
Bill story.
So
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that story.
Since we got tore up, I want to give a shout out.
Salud.
Salud.
Salud to Chico.
Salud, my brother.
Tupac, you can't G.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some great rest in peace, Toker, Danger. Like, you gotta, like, we come from a special place, big dog. You understand? When you look at it, of course we're influenced by the Mecca, and that's New York.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? All the way from the arts of breakdancing, graffiti, that comes from the black and brown. Straight
Absolutely.
up. Do you understand?
Oh yeah.
And
no doubt.
how it rolled out on the West Coast, it's just incredible, because when you're talking about music and its influence, I go to New York now. We go to all parts of the country, and they West Coast the fuck out from low riding, to how they wear their pants, Ben Davis, khakis, whatever.
Right.
Ideals.
We had a
look and
major
shit.
influence, and I'm not taking nothing away from New York, of course, because actually I was born in South Bronx, New York.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the impact of the most, and it's not taking nothing away from anybody, West Coast on hip hop had the most influence culturally than any other city or country in the game.
Mm-hmm. Like when
And
you look
that's
at the
where we
greats,
come.
you're right, because when you look at the greatest people who took hip hop to the next plateau, it's the West Coast.
Yeah.
Without the West Coast being involved, I don't think the South happens like it happens.
Right.
I don't think the resurgence of New York happens without the blow up of the West Coast. I don't think people look at music in the hip hop sense without what happened with let's just take Eazy-E and NWA out of it. Let's take Ice-T out of it. And what do you have? Not a lot.
Right.
It's a hollow window right there. because that birthed all kinds of people up out of that.
Yeah.
There's no Snoop Dogg then. There's no Above the Law. There's no Kokane. There's no, you feel me? That none of these things. There's no DLC. None of these things happen.
All 50 Cent.
There's no
Eminem.
50. There's no Eminem. There's no Kendrick. None of these things happen because that's the tree.
Right.
You know, so if you look at it like that, if you say, okay, yeah, and then if you look at the ideals of people talking about their hood, that whether you want to say they borough, the way they talk about it is because of reality rap took the forefronts, which is gangster rap took the forefronts for when the Wu-Tangs come along and, you know, the Biggies come along, because he wouldn't even been in a mix if it wasn't that type of theory. But all the stuff that we do in music is really a theory. You know, it's not a concept. It's really like a theory, like, oh, yeah, let's do it this way. And then everybody gets influenced by it and flows. That's how hip hop kind of evolved back in the days. You remember it went from boom and bap to a rap to people talking social conscious, people talking dance and having fun, to people talking reality rap on both coasts. On both coasts, up and down, south and north. It became that. People wasn't talking about they ward or they area that they from in Atlanta or Houston or Dallas or wherever they was coming from. They wasn't talking about that. They wasn't talking about the politics of the hood. Right. They were talking about they from the hood and rapping about certain things that go on from a hood's perspective, but they weren't talking strictly, I'm from this block, I'm from this project, I'm from this. That's when West Coast became synonymous for saying this is who we are, this is where we from, this is what we about. Even if you look back to Ice-T with Colors and High Rollers, and it was about reality.
Yes.
Then it kind of evolved into what Eric did. The dopest thing that he did when we look back at it is he actually understand how to make it on a global, like to look at on a broad perspective than just one way, you know. Right. And it's strange now when we look at it that people don't give the West Coast nothing but for being dope on the West Coast. But all these groups that you talk about that you love so much on the West Coast is global artists. Like iconic people. Like you talk about Ice Cube, you talk about Tupac, you talk about people, they're global. Snoop Dogg, us, we're all global. We never had local records.
Right.
None of us ever had local records. We had international records.
Right.
In 91, we went to New York. They wasn't really riding 6-4 switching like that. You see a couple
wearing khaki suits
but now if you go to New York, you go to Atlanta, you go to anywhere that's in the USA,
that culture,
you can tell the West Coast influence.
Yeah, that culture is crazy. Yeah. Just our car culture, our dress culture, our swag, as people say now. You know, it was everywhere from that single move. You know, if that move doesn't happen, what do we have?
Right.
Hip hop may be over. Yeah. That's what people don't give credit to.
Yeah. You know what? Could I ask you one more question, then we'll take calls, and then we'll get into you guys' project.
Okay.
Right? Now, this is for Kokane. Ask him about his relationship, or if you had one with Toker from Brownside.
I never had a chance, you know, and that's one that I wish I would have done. We were getting close. I wish I had that chance to work with Toker and Danger.
Okay.
Yeah. But everybody was moving so much. We always stayed in contact, and a year prior to him, you know, making his transition, you know, we was going to hook up, you know what I mean? But they were incredible because they were really like the Chicano NWAs of our time.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I was always inspired by Toker, you know, because really, when you see Eazy-E and Toker on the picture, you'd be like, that's fucking not only controversy, but that's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
because they were both alike.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Brownside, man.
You know what I mean? And as far as Hutch is concerned, he had a lot more, because I had moved away too.
Yeah, exactly.
And he had a lot more experience and hands-on. I mean, he used to go to his spots on the beach in Mexico.
Yeah.
We were like, besides the music, all of us was more like Cardenales.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We were like, really like,
how
like,
I met.
I don't give a fuck about politics, homie. I'm like,
how I met Toker. How I met Toker is funny because Eazy was like, he's a Mexican you. You know what I mean?
You a Mexican here.
Right. You know what I mean? He was like, y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all attitude, how y'all, handle yourself and everything. He was like, man, he'll be good with you. I want you to work with them. And that's how I end up hanging out so much with Brownside and working with him. I was with him a lot. You know what I mean? Like just hanging out. That was my guy. He always say, he's like, hey Holmes, you're my brother from another mother. With too much fucking alike. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Because me and him just had the same outlook on everything. As young kids coming up in the game, we had the same outlook about like life and what to do, how the streets kind of like fucked us up, all of that shit. You know what I mean? Toker was a deep dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was really a deep dude. And, I miss him every day, man. And Danger was my guy. I think to me, Danger was the next person like to be like the next. He was like the next. He was gonna be huge. I always tell Toker this. I was like, Danger would live. Danger because his voice. I was like lightning in a bottle. The great thing about Danger didn't want to be a rapper. He said, I don't want to be a fucking rapper. I'm a gangster, homie. I said, but your voice, homie, you don't get it. Your voice is so sinister and so dope. Like I said, you're going to be next, homie. I used to tell Toker that all the time. I said, Danger's next, homie. He gunning.
So, that's one thing that I wish I could have done. But, besides not doing music personally with him, that's my primo, man. He was...
Yeah.
He's one of a kind, and Hutch did some incredible songs. People may not have known that he was behind as well.
Yeah.
Some of the songs you produced for him.
For them, yeah. Eastside Drama, that's my birth. I birthed Eastside Drama.
Really? How were the studio sessions with you guys?
Oh, dope. That was professional. One thing you got to know about Toker is Toker about his business. He's straight about his business. He had a mission. He was on a mission to put his set on the map, his scene on the map, which was Brownside. He was on a mission to do that. So he was all about business, Okay. But I think what people don't give Toker credit for, Toker is like he was like a person like, if you got something that he really respects when somebody have something dope, he's like, he want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? He's not like a person that's like, oh, I'm better than that. He's like, oh, homie, just show me how to navigate through it and let's get down.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was really like a person like that. He reminded me a lot of Eric, a lot in that sense, is that he was a street dude, but he understood like I need to put doper people around me. Like I need to put the dopest people around me and to learn. You know what I mean? And he was a sponge. He was like in regards to like a Kokane. Then when people say he didn't work with him, really what was happening when we worked on the Brownside record, I think we was working on Funk Up on a Rhyme or something like that. Right. He was so focused on his own thing, because that's how Eric used to keep it. He was like, if people are working on their projects, he don't want to like overlap and do that kind of stuff. He don't want to do that. He doesn't want to he don't want to cross a bunch of stuff up. So he just kind of ran the ship like that. Me being a producer and his liaison, I had to know everything. Like I knew when Bone came, what they were going to do. I wasn't a part because the sound that he wanted was different than what we were doing as Kokane and Above the Law. He wanted Brownside to have that G-Funk shit in him. So he's like, because he said, they're Spanish y'all, they're us, Latino, they're that, you know what I mean? So he said, I got to put you with the body of people that can give you that. So that's why I spent a lot of time with Choker, and we built a great friendship from that. Awesome. I was talked to him a couple of days before he rested. You know what I mean? Okay. It's my guy, and I'm so happy that I got to spend my birthday with him. Because I wasn't on my birthday, but he was always like, come down here. I said, well, I'm gonna wait till I get a break and then come down. So I celebrated my birthday that weekend when I spent them like 4 days with him, and it was amazing.
The second part of that question was, can you ask him how he made Eastside Drama happen?
Oh, well, yeah. It's Eazy. Eazy did that. Eazy put us together. I mean, I like I said, I used to see them cats coming to the studio all the time. I'm like, who's them? He's like, I think you need to start hanging out with them. They more like you. You know what I mean? You can really, you could really bring them somewhere. So I came up with something that I thought would work for us, like far as Above the Law and Kokane. It was like I came up with something that'll work for us, but put it in them, So it was really that simple. It's kind of like what I produced was in my regular wheelhouse. It wasn't like I had to create anything that was out of the ordinary than what I would regularly. I would bust the Eastside Drama. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how I wanted to do Brownside. Awesome. I wanted to do something that would feel like an Above the Law record, but be their own thing too. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, go ahead and put the number up on the screen. I'm already connected to you. So as soon as we get a call, we'll go ahead and start answering these questions. Once again, if you're going to call, go ahead, make the call pertaining to music, okay? Pertaining to music. And make sure your TV is down or your phone is down because we will get feedback. So once again, let's go ahead and put these headphones on. As soon as the first call comes in.
Get it popping.
Okay, let me see. All
right.
Okay, let's see. Caller. What's your name?
Yeah,
Where you calling from?
What's up, Tony A? This is Jay up here from the Bay, man.
What's up, my brother? How you doing? Who's your question for?
Shout out to the Bay.
I got one question for Kokane and one for Hutch.
Go ahead.
Let's go. Yeah.
I can't really hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You on?
All right. My phone messing up. As a producer, Hutch, man, I know you've been putting it down for many years. You a vet.
Yeah.
And in your opinion, man, the West box go, the Roger Troutman element that was so prevalent through the 90s.
Right.
Why do you think, as dope, because I love it, I miss it, you know,
Right.
and I know you guys use a lot of that, creating that 90s, that decade, you know, music and the sound. Why do you think hip-hop has kind of went away from it?
Well, I think one is because like the younger generation don't use producers like myself or other producers that have that kind of theory. Another, I kind of think it kind of hangs around because I know YG have it like his last record had that kind of feel in it, like a couple of records he had.
Mitchie Slick too.
Mitchie Slick. It's a couple of young guys that still use it, but I think for it being popular in the forefronts, it's kind of like a lot of these guys don't really gravitate to it on that level, dog. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think it leads the way for us to come back and kind of keep doing it and slapping like that, though, too. That's a good thing, really.
Yo, you got a question?
Right on, man.
You got a question for Kokane?
Yes, sir, man. Hey, Kokane, man, you one of the dopest hookmans in the game. I have to listen to you. And I got to say, I'm serious when I ask this, man. Have you ever thought of or have you ever put down a hook in Spanish?
Yeah. So original en este juego, pandero y pistolero, fumando muchos leños.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Question answered.
That's C-Funk, the Chicano funk.
Pasa,
There we
loco,
go.
órale, Hans, me llama
Chicano
cocaína en
G-Funk.
español. But yeah, I had, I've always grown up in Pomona. You know, I don't like to say, it's like if you ask a white person, like, do you have any black friends? Yeah, I have black friends. Nah. That's how we used to get down. I used to run with some fools like Chachi and Pomona, Susan, rest in peace.
Yeah.
We also be at them parties with the Budweisers, listening to some Debbie Deb when I hear music. You know what I mean? I always had Chicano homies, and the way things is in politics and the way the system is, it kind of interferes with that. But the good thing about music and art, it brings us back. You know what I mean? And that's what the universe called. It's bigger than just human beings. You know what I mean? And what I've learned, from Eazy-E and Above the Law, which was already in us. You know what I mean? Growing up in the early 80s, in Pomona, California, you had essays and you had brothers.
Blacks, yeah. That's
what I mean?
That's how the city runs. Yeah.
I learned to put away the politics. And even when I was in the Pinta, the little punk-ass county lives in here, you know what I mean? I would be with some, which I call them my cardinals, and they call me they bros. Hey, man, we go behind the door and trade. And that was unheard of.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we knew outside these walls, once we break ground through this music and culture and who we are, we really the same and we really love each other. And just like I got my boy up in here, name is Gato. That's my business partner on my own clothing line. He do a lot of stuff for Hutch as well, AOGF.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. So, you know, once I got started and seeing how Eazy Above the Law do their thing, it just gave me, it could just reconfirm that I'm doing the right thing at a time to where you might have these fools say this and that, but I didn't never care about that because I wasn't a yes man. I treated you like how I want to be treated. That's why when you look at the most featured artists in the world, and this is Shedio, homie, you look at all the featured artists in the world that I've done, I've been on those records, a lot of those records are with my Chicano brothers.
Yeah, that's right.
Period. All the way from, you know, from just Spanky Loco, Mr. Criminal, Rest in Peace, Night Owl.
Night Owl, yeah.
So many songs I done with my Chicano brothers. And at a time, you know, where I was going through my own dark periods, you know, it was really an exchange. You know what I'm saying? It was like, this fool Kokane crazy, man. We love, you know what I mean?
Coco Loco.
That's right. Coco Loco. But, and at the same time, it was a mutual love.
Yeah.
And it just kept going. And I think that's the power of music, arts, and culture. By us hooking up with each other, we can make a lot of shit subside when it comes to politics. Because, you know, if it wasn't because of this music and hip hop, you know, it's hard to break ground between certain cultures, and the real enemy is laughing at us both.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
We both getting suppressed.
But they didn't anticipate this. They thought hip hop would be over and break dancing and all these cultures that we ushered in, it'd be over with. But I'm gonna tell you something. This meeting between us, you know, the black and brown, and not just the subject to that, because shout out to our Asian brothers or white brothers or basically anybody. You're a good human being, you're a good human being. But it was mostly divine, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
For us to be here, sitting on the same couch, sharing each other's stories. And we realized at the end of the day, we no different, man. I've done like at least, you know, I don't like to toot my own horn, you know what I mean? But I've done at least over 900 songs with Chicano artists on me.
Awesome. Big Dog, I hope that answered your question. Muchas gracias. We got to move on to the next one. Have a blessed night, homeboy.
Bless.
Okay, let's go to the next call. We got to move on to the... Okay, here we go. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, my boy?
What's up,
Why you on live with a Mayate, homie?
You know what, bro?
It's all good.
We're not going to go ahead and... We're not going to go ahead and do that shit, bro. Okay.
But you know what? I want to tell that gentleman who's listening, let me tell you something. You have a familia, Papa Jesus is real. And when you get to the point to where you break past the conditions that people put you in, you realize, man, you'll raise your vibration to a higher level. So I'm not mad.
We understand.
I'll be the number one mayate to you, but I'm gonna tell you something. You're not my enemy. You'll never be my enemy. And I know you don't want to hear this now, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. You'll figure it out later that, hey, the real enemy is the enemy inside.
Yeah.
You understand?
Amen.
And we don't need to go down that line.
Amen.
Right
No
now. These are
disrespect. No
different
disrespect.
times.
We understand where you at, because that's enlightenment. That
Yeah.
means that you got to be enlightened. It's okay.
So I want to give love to the one that said, man, why you on the phone with that Maya thing? I want to tell you something big that's going to help you in your life, and I ain't going to harp on there.
Yeah.
God bless you, homie. Papa Jesus bless you, homie. And I know you don't want to hear all that, but at the end of the day, when you walk in the yard, the COs don't give a fuck about you, and you got to wake up and hear chow time and be conformed to what the fuck that is going on. You're going to realize and wake up one day, and hopefully you get it. So God bless you.
Let's go. Thank you for that. Yo, caller, where you calling from and what's your name?
Yo, my name's Chris. I'm calling from Oregon.
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
What's up, Coco? What's up, Hutch? I got a little two-part question.
Okay.
What's up? I got a two-part question for you guys. Question for Hutch.
Yeah.
How was the recording process differing from, or rather, production process from you doing Frost's album, Ren's album, then doing the ATL album? Like, during those three periods, like, how was it, like, for you as a producer to, like,
well, for me,
in that era?
Yeah, for me as a producer, I would just break it down. Like, it's harder for me to do an Above the Law album because I have to play 3 different roles. I have to be a writer, a producer, and an artist, you know, versus when I did, say, the Villain in Black album, it was just me and Ren doing the record together, and he was taking a load of the lyrics and writing and everything. Him and Big Rock, shout out Big Rock, was doing all the writing, and I was just doing the production. When I worked with Frost, it was more of his writing team and me and Frost doing, you know, developing the records and me producing. So it's easier to do those records. It's very hard for me to do an Above the Law record because I have to actually come up with all of everything. I have to play all 3 positions. Right. So yeah, it's different. You know, it's much different in those phases. Yeah. But I think what's cool about it as a producer, it gave me an opportunity to develop how the theory of like how it is to work outside of my own and take other people's ideas outside of my own camp for us, you know, the guys who did the writing in Above the Law. And because it's the same difference, but it's like they always look at me to play all of the roles, right. You know, so that's how it differ.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question, Big Dog. Muchas gracias. Yes. Okay, you know what?
Are you on live with a Maya?
I want to go ahead and address something really fast.
I think that was cute.
That was dope.
Somebody's calling with an unknown number. If you call with an unknown number, I'm not going to answer you. So here's my thing. For that caller that called, you know what? I really want to fucking blow up, but he's not here, so I'm not going to fucking internet back.
It's all good.
But I do want to share something.
Okay.
If you insult my guest, regardless of what color they are, don't fucking follow me, unsubscribe, don't have nothing to do with this fucking show.
Real talk.
Number 1, I have 5 brothers and 4 sisters. One of my brothers married a black woman. I have 5 black nephews and nieces. So I have black in my fucking family.
That's right.
So if you're going to fucking call and disrespect my guest, you're disrespecting my family.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Te la verga, pinche puto culero.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Big Dog. Caller.
Hey, Tony is
but you know what? You know what? Like when you look at my wife and some I remember, we got Chicano in our family. You know what I mean? Yeah. My sister-in-law speak fluent Spanish. You know, she in Texas. You know what I mean? Married to a Chicano brother. Yeah. And it's like you look at my brother out here. Shout out to Devin. You know, his parents are Paisas. You understand
people
what I'm saying?
In America, I'm gonna tell you, the people that's on that kind of time, they need to wake the fuck up. You're in the same fucked up position as us, pimping. Exactly. I'm gonna tell you right now, you in the same fuck. You ain't getting no more. You ain't getting no less. We all getting fucked the same way, homie. Exactly. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Absolutely. You need to stop this shit. On the streets, that don't mean nothing. Yeah. That shit don't mean nothing on the streets, homie. Because we all out here. I was in the line with a brown brother, and me and him was complaining about the same shit. This high ass gas, homie. Like what the fuck? We fuck. We all fuck. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
And that's the fucked up part about it is like people don't even realize what the fuck we saying. Like we're all fucked, homie. We all getting the short end of the stick, homie. We not getting it. And you're not getting no more opportunity.
It's that same thing, man. When you look up, imagine this. You had Eazy-E. There's a picture with Eazy and Toker. Imagine the flack both of them got. But it take a real G to stand up and let your cojones hang. Absolutely. So you can say, you know what, it's a better way.
But the progression of them as family, like you got to realize, Eazy invested into them for them to feed their families, for them to have a career. It's not a play. It's not like, oh, I'm playing against you. It's really something positive that come from what we doing is positive, homie. I don't know what people are. The gang culture is a gang culture.
Right.
Don't bring that in the race. Don't bring that in the black people and brown people that go to work every day, provide for their families. Don't bring that shit into this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what we're in it.
It's the same thing. Like, look, when some of the youngsters was going around and beating up hard earned workers that be out there, you know, selling their chatas and different other shit, and you know, wrong is wrong, homie. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you'll never stop your certain individuals because you're gonna have that. If you got a crowd of 100, you're gonna get at least
that one fool that fucks everything.
You're gonna see 5
That's on
people.
both sides.
but majority rules.
Yes.
So what he said, it don't matter.
He got to grow, homie. Like I don't have a problem with it because one thing, that's not me. I'm not that.
Right.
Like I'm like him. You know, I work with Mr. D. Mr. D's like my brother.
Right.
You know, I work a lot with him solely. Me and him in the studio. Me and him and all of his clique at Southland Records. They all Brown brothers. I'm the only brother that's in there with them, and they don't never disrespect me like that, caller. Because guess what they know. Guess what they know. This Mayate is here to help us, and he don't have no problem with helping us.
Absolutely.
He don't have no problem with helping us, and we don't have no problem with helping him. Yeah. And when the shit hit the fan, like how Coca say, that's what it's about, trade and us breaking bread with each other. It ain't about that other shit. I know we tell our brothers that. It ain't about a blood or a Crip or we against the Mexican and the Mexicans get. It's about us breaking bread together. I mean, we're all fucked, y'all. I know y'all don't want to hear it.
Caller, you there? Caller.
Hi, hello?
Yes. Who's your question for?
It's for both Code 187 and Cocaine.
Okay, it's for both of us. Okay. Go ahead,
This is Daniel from Norwalk. I
Hey,
just want
what's
to
up?
let you guys know, man, I appreciate all the music that you guys have done.
Thank you, man.
And I've been a fan since I was a young little child. I'm 36 years old now, man. I'm still bumping your music.
Oh, thank you,
I want to
brother.
tell you guys much respect and keep pushing, man.
You know
God
it,
bless
homie.
all
Yeah.
you guys and Tony A. I love what you're doing, dog. Keep doing your thing, and don't let no negativity come in your circle. I love the way you handle that, God bless all of you.
Thank you, man. God bless you too, brother, and thank you for all your support, man.
All good. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next caller. You got the Hennessy still over there floating around somewhere?
Yeah, I need a little sip on that.
Yeah.
Our dear beloved Carnal that said that stuff.
Caller,
man,
what's your name and where you calling from?
Let me freshen it up.
Yo, what up, Tony? It's me, Alonso.
Yeah, Alonso, ¿cómo estás, bro?
Aquí bien, man.
San Diego in the house.
San Diego in the house. 6-1 Nina. There you go.
Originale.
Action Cocaine, I respect what you guys do. That called earlier, that crawdad, he don't speak for me. So,
okay.
With that being said, Cocaine, I just want to specifically thank you, man. A lot of good memories in my youth, man, listening to your music. Especially, man, I want to thank you for working with guys like Mr. Shadow and especially Night Owl. I specifically remember being probably like maybe 19 years old, and Night Owl had hit me up to check out, and we had a listening party to the Jailbird album, and you were in like 4 or 5 of those songs, man.
Right.
And great, and thank you, man, because you guys don't give no Mickey Mouse verses.
Nah.
Even though I know Chicano rap is kind of looked at, gets looked at a little lower, you guys still gave out. You guys didn't disrespect the music. And
man, look.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for looking out, Coca Loca. And I'll still never forget, man. It takes me back. I never even knew what you looked like. I never knew the music. I didn't know what you looked like until one time, man. I had a Source magazine, and they did a story on you and Sugar Free. And at that time, I was barely new to probably hip hop. And there was a really heavy East Coast magazine. And I don't know if you remember doing a page with a story with Sugar Free. But
right. That was in the
you guys,
source.
and that's why I found out how you look like.
Yeah, it just you know what I mean. If I put my hand up to the next one, we the same color. You understand?
Yeah.
So to man, I appreciate you, my boy. Like when I was with Night Owl out there and Shadow, they was going through their shit. They was going through gunplay and everything else. And I still roll with them. Because no matter what, they treated me like a man, homie.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
you should.
This is about treating each other with respect like men, homie,
That's
not
right.
like little boys.
Yeah.
Napkins. Yeah.
So I honor you for saying that. I said I honor you. I salute you.
Yes.
Because we need that, man. You got to remember, man, everything is about energy. Everything is about energy. You understand? And we at a point, there's COVID virus, there's laws and legislation that's fucking us. Man, when we gonna get to the point to where we say enough is enough?
That's right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you when we get to that point, when we do it right now.
Yes.
That's right. We at that
right
point. Yeah. We at that point.
Yeah. Enough is enough, man. Like, we got something to offer to the whole world, man.
Yeah.
And especially coming, I can speak from the West Side. The West Side to me is the best side. You know, like you got what you call from Florida saying we are the best. No, we are the best, homie.
Right.
Yeah.
We the West, homie.
We the West.
And that's the way it's gonna be.
Alonso, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, carnal.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for blessing me with your. Thank you guys for blessing me with your ear canals.
Thank you.
You guys have a good night. Thank
you too. Thank you, man. Sir. Salute.
Okay, let's keep it pushing. That was about 5 calls right there. We'll do a little bit 5 more.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Caller, where are you calling from? Yo, you gotta turn down your music. You gotta turn down the YouTube.
Okay.
There you
go. Yeah. Caller, where are you calling from?
From Laverne.
Laverne.
Shout out to Laverne.
Shout out to Laverne. That's like P-Town.
What's your question, my brother?
I just wanted to give a shout out to Kokane.
Man, much love.
Just want to give a shout out to Kokane from being from Laverne. He's just so close to home. We just always grew up on this stuff, you know.
Yeah,
that's right,
man. I appreciate that, man. When I spent them cold ass nights in West Valley in Glen Helen, we was chopping it up with my homeboys about this day. You know what I mean? So it's a true blessing. I choose my words carefully, Colonel. It's a true blessing, man, for us to even be here, because so many homeboys ain't here no more. You know what I mean?
True.
And for us to be here, being able to give inspiration to the next generation, man, I'm humbled and I appreciate all the love, homie.
All good, Colonel.
I appreciate you.
Okay, brother. You have a blessed night. Okay, callers, once again, turn down your TV or your phone or whatever when you call, okay? Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Caller.
Oh, my name is Miguel. I'm from Sun Valley, but I'm calling from Visalia, Central California, Tulare County.
Oh,
I have a question for your guest, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, but this is my first time calling, though. I always try to get in, but it's my first time, and I'm really thankful that got this. I just want to throw this question out there. All right, man. So when you go on on tours, like with any of the Southern car, to like any concerts, and like in Salinas or like Stockton or Merced or San Jose, do you guys have like a story of like any concert like confrontation that you guys might have gotten by the Northern Cali structure?
Not really. I mean, we like loved everywhere. I mean, we don't never have no funk like where we go. Yeah. I mean, above along Kokane, we kind of like everybody embrace us, just because we do gangster shit. So it's like it's general. It crosses and bridges all those barriers. Knocks down those barriers and bridge everybody.
That's what
together.
music does.
Yeah. So no, we never have no conflict. Now we work with everybody from A to Z, I think,
I think it's energy. What you put out there is like you say, it's the laws of reciprocity.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you get back, our shit is funk, smooth, peak shit. Yeah. We want you to get out there and have a good time. Put your gun in the car, put your cuete in the car for a second, get on the dance floor, Macarena, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Drink, smoke, get low, and hope.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you have a fine
So
ass
it happened before. So it has happened before. Like it's gone down, but it's like been peace. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Because I think we're like respected for like bringing everything together. We're not conflicted. Like at Ruthless, one thing that was always cool was that we were always respected on both sides of the coin,
And let me ask you something.
So I think that's what it is too. I think because we didn't put like the funkin' into our music, like funkin' with different people or drawing a line and saying and looking at and making music from a conflicted position.
Yeah.
And then, like he said, it's reciprocal basically. It's like what we put out, we get back.
Let me ask you something. And this is real low riders.
Go ahead.
This is real low ride. This is the low rider culture.
Yeah.
You like war, intruders. You like certain things. You ain't gonna see a bunch of gunplay at an old school Chevy Classic shit.
Right.
That's right.
That's us, man.
That's us. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We want to be able to register that to the third generation that we authentically raised.
You know what's crazy, Coco, what you're saying? like really the brown culture. Like whenever I go, I do a lot of super shows. I can tell you something real. I never had a conflict with that community, dog. I'm telling you, like me, just as being Code 187 Black Superman, like people come to me and be like, "That's my favorite song."
It's all love.
You know, they go crazy.
And there was even a brown Superman.
There was a brown Superman.
Brown Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
With
like,
the same
man,
cover, but
anybody
just
can relate
brown.
to that.
You know, everybody related to that. I've never had, dog. I'm telling you, I probably had more conflict in my own circles than that. It's weird. It's weird like that because like we come from a certain neighborhood. We roll a certain way. I hustle most of my life. You know what I mean? So I know about the conflict like in my culture. Outside of my culture, people love me so much. I've never had that, especially in the brown community. Never. No. It's incredible.
I can't say, well, wait a minute.
You know,
it's the first time for everything.
Absolutely, but
we just had that with the gentleman that just called. That's the
I've
only
never
one.
heard anybody, dog. I've never. That dude, I don't know what he on, drunk, whatever he on. Enjoy yourself for the evening, but I've never had that, dog.
No, that's a computer coward. They'll just call or text. You know,
and I've been, dog. I've been in all of those. I don't care what any area you talking about. I've been in it. Yeah, I never had no conflict.
All good. All right, big dog. I hope that answered your question. Muchas gracias. I gotta let you go. We gotta take the next call. Okay, so we'll take about 3 more, and then we'll get to you guys' project.
All right,
okay.
sure.
Caller, where are you calling from? What's your name?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yo.
What up?
What's
Roadium Radio or what?
Roadium Radio, big dog. You got to turn down your YouTube in the background because there's an echo.
Okay. All right, turn it down.
All good, Carnal. What's your question?
I just wanted to say what's up to Kokane. That's my homie. I'm from Wilmington.
That's
I'm his #1 fan.
Okay.
Man, much love, Pedro. Real talk.
We go way back, dog.
Man.
He's from the neighborhood. All good.
Man, we appreciate that, man. Everybody that's chiming in tonight, you know what I mean? We're going to get down to the nitty gritty. You know, we here 30 plus years, still relevant, doing our thing. You know, so we appreciate all the love, man. Like when you hear all these hooks and stuff, you hear, Mr. Untouchable, ain't nobody fucking with these. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle.
Rest in peace.
He was really following the blueprint of Eazy-E, Above the Law, and Cocaine.
Oh, great.
So we appreciate all that love that you get, you know, and that you give to us, homie. It's like, come on, man. When you hear all those incredible ass songs that Above the Law was a part of, and, you know, I say it in a humble way, Cocaine was a part of, you know what I mean? We still here, man, in our age. And I tell everybody, you know, and this is real. Don't think this music shit is a young man sport. It ain't. It's not basketball or soccer when you fuck up your legs. You could be 80 years old. Look at George Clinton. Look at Santana.
It's a talented man sport.
It's a talented man sport. So as long as we keep it funky like they baby mama monkey, man, we gonna turn the fuck up. That's what it is.
All good, big dog. Yo, Carnal, thank you for calling, man. Really appreciate it, homie. All right, let's go to the next caller. Two more calls. We got 2 more calls. So let's go. Let's see. Who's this? Yo, you got to...
Lost him.
Here we go. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Mom? Nasty Escondido.
Escondido. Mm-hmm. What's good, my brother? What's your question?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Oceanside,
hey,
Escondido.
Hey, I don't really have a question, man, but just much love for you, Tony, and 187.
Yeah.
But, man, I've been bumping cocaine since, man. I don't want anybody get the wrong idea about me.
I don't have nothing to hide. I want the world to see. We what? We gangsters. Gangsta homies, do your things. Gangsta homies, wave your hand.
Thank you, Carnal.
Hey, I know you So from San Diego County, bro. You did a song with Dito Brown too.
Oh man, Dito.
Nothing, bro,
Damn, he said
yeah,
Dito.
Brown, bro, man, I've been
Dito
bumping
Brown.
that.
That's my Cornelio. Because I'm gonna
sir.
tell you something. He used to put his kids. See, I had the chance to stay out there, and a lot of
sir.
homeboys helped me out. Dito Brown. Shout out to Dito Brown. He is the first person I know that put his kids out there, you know, selling stuff at the malls, and he made over $1 million in a year, homie.
That's dope.
That's Dito Brown.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
My
Yeah,
homeboy.
man. I've been bumping since way back, bro. And man, you a legend. You're underrated, bro. Like the other one, bro, with Mitchie Slick, man. Like,
Man,
you
but
know.
you know what? You know, I appreciate that. You know, when people say, you know, cocaine or above the law is underrated, you know, that make me feel good. And people be like, why that make
Got
you
more
feel
work to
good?
do.
Because I don't make music for Hollywood. I make music for the Cardinales and the G's in the streets.
Absolutely.
And I'm
right.
fine with that.
Amen.
yes, sir.
Salute the universe.
So, time keep moving on.
Nah, that's what me and
you
Mitchie
said,
slick.
Like you said, that one lyric, bro, that one lyric you said, I used to put Boy George dresses. For real, don't wear no dresses. that was a bar right there, man. And I remember that shit to the fullest, bro.
Hey, these fools is
Shout out to
tripping.
Kokane, homie.
These fools be tripping, and that particular
Yes, sir,
line
yeah.
is controversial. And yeah, what we say? I used to like Boy George records, but real niggas don't wear no dresses.
Yeah, man, that's a ball right there. Big shout out to Kokane, homie. I just want to send my love, man. That's gonna be little happy man. Man, shout out to you guys, brother.
Man,
Shout out to you, man.
What's
Salute.
up?
All good, carnal. Gracias. Let's take one more call and we out of here. So one more phone call. Let's see. Caller, where you calling from? What's your name?
Hey, 28.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, bro? Hey, what's going on, Cocaine? What's going on, Code 187?
What's up with it, world? What's up?
We here. We here.
Man,
We have
bro,
returned.
I've been trying to get in, but hey, man, you know what? Straight up, bro, I'm a little nervous. But anyways, I'm calling over here. My name is Nelson Nunez. They call me a Pipiti Pao, but I'm calling from the Bay Area.
Okay. Bay Area.
Man, shout out to the Yiggity.
Hey, but hey, Code 187, and bro, I still bump your stuff to this day, bro.
Well, thank
in
you,
the
man.
concrete jungle.
That's
I be
right.
bumping, what is it? What is it? It's Colin. It's a trait.
Yeah.
Feel like the rock, but it's made by Chevrolet.
That's right.
And every day, bro, every day
Everybody
I'm
wanna
I be
know.
bumping. You guys got to bring out some more lowrider stuff. That's what I need you guys to do, man. I need you guys need to do the
AOGF.
culture, baby.
AOGF. That's what me and Cocaine just finished our new group album, which is me and him, and we're called AOGF, and that's the Architects of G-Funk.
Hell yeah.
So it's coming. It's for the
Yeah,
G's
bro.
and all the riders.
Okay. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to hear it, bro. That's what I did.
That's
Right
coming.
now, hey, one more question. One more question to Code 187
What up?
or the Cocaine. What kind of lowriders you guys got right now?
Oh, right now I don't have a lowrider right now, but I'm actually building another El Camino right now. No lowriders. I'm gonna do a lowrider next year. I'm actually back into building cars, but like me and him working on this record and the pandemic breaking, we just kind of focusing on that right now. But like next summer, we gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you with something real heavy. You know,
I'm working on the Deuce right now. Shout out to Los Cervezos up in the Northwest. That's where I stay in Washington.
Okay. The
You
Deuce,
know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool.
All good.
Cool. I'm working on a little foe, so you guys probably
what's
see me
up.
down there in Southern Cali hitting switches on the boulevard.
That's what I'm talking
you
about,
got
man.
to bang that Architects of
G-Funk,
on
man.
your shit.
Yeah, it's for the G's
Oh, yeah,
and the
yeah,
riders,
for sure.
man.
I can't wait
That's
to
what
hear
it's
that new
for.
project, my boy.
That's what it's for, the G's and the riders.
That's right. Stay tuned because we're about to talk about that project, big dog. Stay blessed, carnal. You have a blessed night, homie.
Thank you, fam.
Okay, my brother.
Hey.
One more phone call and we out of here. I'm gonna give a guy one more chance. This motherfucker over here calling unknown. If you calling
him a
unknown,
chance.
I'm not gonna answer.
Give him
Okay.
a chance. Unknown DJ. Give him a chance.
This guy's calling unknown again. I'm not gonna answer your shit, bro. So you calling unknown?
Let's move on.
You ain't unknown DJ. So let's go. Okay. Once again, caller, What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, you on one
Hey,
tonight,
yo,
boy.
this is Y from Montebello.
What's up,
I got a
Montebello?
question for Kokane.
You're the last call, bro. So make it
sir.
good and
Sure.
juicy.
No, I got you. Hey, Kokane, what was the process like coming up with that hook you just busted, Mr. Untouchable? Ain't nobody fucking with me.
Well,
talk about that process, bro. Talk about that process.
Well, you know, when Nipsey came to me, man, Nipsey was incredible because he followed the same blueprint Eazy-E and Above the Law followed. You know what I mean? Remember, he was messing with all kind of people, right? And when he came to me, he said, man, you know, I'm a Above the Law and Kokane fan, man, first of all. And you got to remember, I was on most of his stuff from Bullets Don't Have No Name to all kind of stuff. He said, He said, look, I'm about to kick off this shit real big with this shit called a marathon. And I need a title song to kick this shit off. So I went back into, you know, my digging in the crates. And I said, oh, Untouchables by Above the Law. I said, that'd be dope if I do a Mr. Untouchable, but using that inspiration from Above the Law. So we came up with the song, Mr. Untouchable. Ain't nobody fucking with these because I'm a bona fide gangster. Hustler. I never been a mark-ass buster. Hater. How you love that? Put the respect on the man. Nipsey. And that came from
that shit was hard,
the Above the Law camp. And that's what it's about. And he took that.
Hey, that shit's hard, though.
Thanks, man. And, you know, he missed, man, because he put out there for people to learn from. I don't care what walk of life you come from. He let people know this is a marathon, not a motherfucking relay race.
There you go.
All good.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I just want to give y'all again, man, a big shout out. You know, I was on that Ruthless shit.
That's right.
Way back and shit.
Thank you.
Tony A. I grew up on that. I grew up like, fuck Death Row. This is Ruthless.
That's right.
Way back in the day.
It was a time that everybody had to pick a side, homie. I could dig on that. It was that time.
All good.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, but y'all stay blessed, man.
You too, brother. Too, man. Thank you, man.
All right, brother. You stay blessed. Have a good night. That was it. That was the last call. I'm going to leave it at that. We're not taking no more phone calls, so we can take these off. But you know what?
Get out of the sweatshop. We can get out of the sweatshop.
Yeah. You know what? I do want to say something pertaining to my people, my Raza. Okay. If there's anybody watching right now and you have a problem with my guest because they're black, okay, I'm going to tell you this. Don't fucking follow me and just fucking unsubscribe. Forget about this fucking channel, okay? I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just trying to be plain, okay? Yeah. Because a lot of you motherfuckers, if you have a problem with my guest, I'm going to tell you something. Don't bump Mary Wells. Don't bump Al Green. Don't bump the Delphonics.
Whoa.
The Shy Lights.
Whoa. I didn't even think about that.
Don't bump Brentwood.
Funkadelic.
Okay. Don't bump Funkadelic. Don't bump Roger and Zap. Okay.
Yeah, they all black.
Because they're all black.
Yeah. Don't bump Ward.
Don't bump Ward.
So that's all I'm going to say. You know what?
The Isley brothers. You can keep going.
Yeah, exactly. So
Marvin Gaye.
And people don't know. I want to say
Michael Jackson.
I want to say this.
Don't bump Prince.
I want to say this, and this is real talk. It's like
I love this stuff.
We don't give a fuck about that shit because let me tell you something. What I take pride in. I'm the one who wrote the last English album for Jenny Rivera. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait. Say that again. One more time. Say that again.
I'm the one who wrote her last English album before my homegirl went down, unfortunately, in an airplane crash, and she was a real motherfucker, and I wrote her shit, and she didn't give a fuck about that. She said, Kokane, I love you because you gifted.
You know what? So don't even bump Jenny Rivera.
There you go.
Yeah. Don't even bump. As a matter of fact, just go in the fucking closet and fucking, drink Red Bulls and Takis and jerk off. So that's all I'm going to say.
Tony, hey, don't go so hard on them, homie.
Nah, bro. These motherfuckers need to know, bro.
Yeah,
I don't fuck around like that, bro. That motherfucker was breathing heavy. Why you got to have it? Shut the fuck up, bro.
Stay out the crystal.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay out the crack. Yeah. Whatever you
crack
on,
kills.
man.
Kool-Aid is better, JJ. Yeah, he did. He did because we are having a good time, and we, the thing about Above the Law and Cocaine, we support the, Chicano movement. We support it. So he really had no reason to be on us. I mean, I don't know how you feel about other people, but we support it. So we're proving to support it.
All I'm saying, I've been on
these guys on this
drug
stage
us before.
Yeah.
Get up, drug us, homie.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
When you come into us and you see these G's, you got Chicano G's, you got black G's in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't doing nothing else. Motherfucker, it's UFOs
That's like
in
you,
the
Tony.
skies right now.
That's
What
like
the
you,
fuck?
Tony. You supported it. You've produced for brothers. You produced music for brothers. It's not. I mean, it's whatever. Like, I understand like the politics of gangbanging. I've been in it. I'm caught up. You know what I mean? I've been in it. But once you remove yourself from it, in this realm, it's not about that. I get it. I know why you feel like that. Right. But it's not about that in this form. On this form, it's about love. It's about the music. It's about what we all built on. We built this on. We needed each other. We've always needed each other.
Yeah. Let me say one last thing, and then we'll talk about your project.
Absolutely.
We won't pay attention.
It's important. What you're talking about is important, bro. So go ahead.
Toker from Brownside was good friends with Eazy-E. He would have never have told that to Toker in his face.
Exactly. Because he would have socked his ass out.
Exactly.
For sure.
That's
if he'd have said that around me, he'd have socked, because he considered me as being like a brother to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's my boy.
Yeah,
that's
that
my
was
boy.
like,
I mean,
that's,
you gotta
that's
think
my
before
family,
you talk, Colonel. You just can't do that. We that's why we handle that like grown ass men. Like, look, man,
we don't flinch at that. We don't flinch at that. Because we understand where it come from. I know where that come from.
Right.
I'm a part of that culture. I know where it come from, homie. Like, you gotta unplug from that, homie. You can't do that, homie. You gotta unplug, bro. You can't. That's the problem with us. Like, we're trying to cross too much shit in the other shit.
Right.
This is not a forum for that. Like, if you want to, because it's coming from a gang banging. I'm telling you where it's coming from.
Yeah.
It's not coming from a me and you family and that. It's not. He's coming from a gang banging. But I know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
It's not coming from black and brown people that want to work together, living in the same community, crying and shedding tears and over like
to
the blood,
same
sweat.
pink dot with
Exactly.
each other.
Yeah. It's not coming from that. It's coming from them politics. I know it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important for you to do what you did. It's important for what Coca did. And it's important for us to continue to work together for those people who love the people.
Yeah.
Because gangbanging and all that, sorry to say, y'all, it's just y'all culture. Yeah. It's not the culture.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
It does hardworking Mexican people and hardworking black people and focused black about family and building and growing as together. That's what we're about.
Absolutely.
We're not about the gangbanging culture.
When you look at it, it's like when you look at it, man, I met your son.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
That's familiar.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I got Ocho. I got 8 kids, man, by one novia, homie.
Yeah.
Like, come on, all that old shit is played out. That shit died. In the 80s, homie.
Yeah.
We some G's, homie.
Yeah.
We think different. We move different, homie. And guess what? Man, they didn't want to see this happen.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
None of it. Period. None of it at all.
Yeah.
They don't want to see us come up from this.
Absolutely.
And that's
they want
those
to
things.
Still see us like, okay, brown against brown, black against black,
yeah.
brown against black against
The
brown.
funny thing about it is that when I talk to my brown brothers, they say like, look, we knock off our own people like y'all knock off on y'all own people. We never at odds with each other. I don't know where. Go back to prison, homie. Go back to prison, because that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because really, when I talk to my brown brothers, like, man, we knock off our own more than we're never really in conflict with y'all.
Very true, bro.
We're never, dog, and I'm hearing this from the brunt, and I talk to him, he's like, man, you right about that, homie. We kind of like, we knock each other off. We don't really never ride on Mexicans. We don't really do that. We in conflict with each other more than with y'all. That's the funny thing about the whole thing when people go, oh, but y'all tell you, hey man, we don't even never really be at odds with y'all, honestly.
Right. No.
What are you talking about? You hate your own more than, just like we hate our own more than we, and that has to stop too. Right. But it takes us as family. I'm like you. I got kids. I got grandkids. You know.
Absolutely.
And that's what I focus on. And I'm a street dude.
Yeah. I'm going to say this, and then we're going to talk about your project.
Right.
Because I don't want to pay this fucking lame much.
But it's just about the culture and supporting that, though.
My son, who you met, lost 2 friends in 1 week.
Wow.
Lost 2 friends. And you know who did it? Raza did it.
Right.
Raza on Raza. Okay, so, you know what? May they rest in peace. Let's move on.
That's right.
Right.
Cocaine, Code 187, you guys have a project. People want to hear it.
Yeah.
Especially Raza. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
First and foremost, when did this start and who's producing it?
I produced the whole album. It's written by me and Kokane. It's all the stuff is performed by me and Kokane. All the hooks is performed by him. All the lyrics and everything is written by me and him. And I arranged the record myself. I composed the whole record myself. It's a theory that I had that me and Kokane, we sat and talked about a few years about, well, we talked for the last 30 years about wanting to do a record together.
Yes.
But because we produced and since we produced and wrote together a lot of records, we always we had a dream project because, we're cousins. We grew up together. Damn near in the same house. And we always had a
See, that's
a
one
dream.
thing I didn't know that you guys were cousins.
Yeah. That's why we say
my primo, that's my cousin.
Yeah, exactly. So what we decided to do probably like 6 years ago, we talked about it for about maybe a year and a half.
Okay.
Whether we were going to do it or not, because he was so busy and I was so busy. And we decided to do a project which we formed a group called the Architects of G-Funk, which stands for AOGF, which stands for Architects of G-Funk. And we talked about it, but what the cool thing about it is we formed a concept to create like a funk, soul, hip hop band, So all the music, it has that kind of perspective. It's G-Funk in its most unadulterated level.
Yeah. Mature level.
It's a mature level of it. And it took us between here and the pandemic. It took us about 5.5, 6 years. Yeah, really? To conceive it, and everything.
All live instrumentation.
Yeah,
the music composition.
Yeah, it's all live, no samples. But you'll think it's a sample. And we go from everything sounding like the Ohio Players to the Delphonics
to OJ.
So are you saying the kicks, snares, hats, it's all live?
It's all live. Yeah, I programmed everything live.
Man,
I played
you're gonna
everything.
be able to play this in your 6-4. You're gonna be.
You're gonna love this. This is
good.
straight on your Harley, on your Hog. This was just made for the G's and the Riders, And the cool thing about it was we kind of pushed the envelope for us G-Funk in general. Secondly, it's like something that's special to people because we've never done it, so it's a collector's item. You know what I mean? Me and him have never done a record together, like as a unit, just me and him. We've done records collectively with Above the Law and me producing Kokane. Yeah. But just us as a one unit, that's what makes it a collector's. And it's 14 tracks. Like I said, it ranges from everything sounding like Cameo, Ohio Players to the Delphonics to, Europop type of sounding funky shit. So it's full of that, and like I said, I could tell you Kokane did some of the most phenomenal hooks that you could, his range, he went from doing the regular funk stuff to doing, like I said, he sounds like the Delphonics on some shit. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
You just did a cameo right now. You know what went through my mind? I just want to be.
Yeah, we got a record that feels like that on the record. Yeah, called Butt Naked. You'll feel like you'll feel like it's Cameo in the studio. Yeah. Then we got some stuff that we sound like Brick or Daz Band, like it's incredible. Like the musical instrumentation of it is off the chain, y'all. No, you'll love it. The Riders, like you said, the Riders,
it's an incredible masterpiece. We really did our homework. We was thinking in terms of 70s, 80s, when Homeboys and Cardinales was really rolling that shit. Cholos.
Appreciate music. Yeah.
Cholos is gonna love this.
Oh, it's incredible, y'all. Yeah, it's incredible.
It's so musical. It's like, we done it, but we just want that energy to rub off. You know what I'm saying? Into the hoods and communities. And
hearing you guys talk, bro. So many albums come to mind when I was in, junior high school. Like, remember Bill Summers Jam the Box?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
bro. It's just like just so many fucking dope ass fucking.
So we have a single out right now called "The
Boogeyman."
Yeah. Okay, so that's a sample of the album, if you will.
Yeah, it's a sample of it.
That's a sample of
one
the
of
album.
the samples. Yeah.
Okay. It's out right now. The video will be out soon.
Like 10 days.
Like 10 days.
Vivo.
And you can also, the good thing about having independence is back to the crush groove. You know what I mean? To where we control our autonomy and independence. Because, corporate done ran amok against the real motherfuckers that's in the game. But it's going back to that really like crush groove where, you had to shell out the trunk. And it's like, right now, the pre-orders is up right now, doing so good, man.
Absolutely.
I thank y'all, man. The project is called We Have Returned by ALGF, and the pre-orders is at www.B-U-D-E as in Eric, B-O-Y, music.com. You spell it www.budeboymusic.com.
Yeah.
That way we have hands-on and a more intimate relationship with the fans that really want that shit.
Yeah.
You know, we cut out the middleman car now. Yeah. It's like you want to deal with us, you know what I mean? We want to deal with you. You go to www.buddyboymusic.com, pre-order the Collector's album.
Yep.
Because we really got something special.
It's the first album. It's the first album. It's the Collector's because it's the first album me and him have ever done.
Yeah. And a lot of people say, like we had shout out to CC. We did A.DA earlier.
Yeah.
Shout out to Guap and Tony Montana. We did that earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's like, how many features you got on there? Nah, like we the OJs. You see any features on the OJs?
Yeah, the dope thing we did is like we're the Ohio players. Like the Ohio players sung their own songs. They didn't have no features. They didn't have because the vibe of AOGF is me and him. Yeah. We want to take y'all on that adventure with us musically, sonically. We don't want to have other people a distraction or other people like, oh yeah, who is that? JoJo Johnson? Who cares? Yeah. They're not in our band. You know what I mean? So it's like that kind of feel.
When this shit come out, I don't like to toot my own horn. Because I give props to the Most High and Papa Jesus every time. But I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to the culture, every fucking lowrider going to love this Architects and G-Funk shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they going to be like, damn, wants this shit relate to us.
Can relate to them, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It's one of the ones, man.
It's soul. It's going to get in your soul, Tony. It's going to get in your soul.
When you guys perform this, or you guys go on tour and do shows, do you guys plan to do it with a live band?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have a band. Okay. Yeah, all the people in my head. Yeah, that's our band.
It's gonna be nice.
You'll see it, man. You'll see it. In the way me and Coca lay it out, it's something else. Yeah. We have something special, to give y'all in the new. We call it the new era of G-Funk. We have something special to give them, and it's cool because what we want to do with the youngsters, we want to give the youngsters an opportunity to experience what you experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What. All our people who've been rocking with us for 30 years, we want the youngsters to experience the same thing for G-Funk.
Most importantly, because we got kids. And, you know what I mean? It's like, where would we be if we didn't hand down the baton to those that's willing to take it?
Yeah. Or bless the people, or bless the next generation with something really, really profound and dope. That's what we feel. Because sometimes you can get caught up in that type of business to where you think it's just for like the people that came up with you, but what about the people who wasn't able to experience that? So that's like he said earlier when you're talking about it's a young man's game. It's not really. It's whoever can entertain whatever level. You know what I'm saying? Be it a young crowd or it's about entertainment, because in entertainment it bridges the gap. That entertainment have always bridged the gap. It doesn't matter whoever's singing that song. If you love that song, do you think in mind how old that person is? Not really. It's the industry that puts that on it. So us being executives, our companies, Westworld and Buddy Boy, we decided to do, if we don't do it, because our kids make records now. My son is an executive. He have artists, his daughters, his sons. They help us develop our companies, basically.
Just like
push our companies. Just exactly.
Yeah, straight up.
So we need to show them a map to where they're trying to get to. But if we're not actively out here doing it, how they gonna respect us? Yeah. I understand youngsters when they're like, okay, show me something. I understand just talking, you talking shit, but okay. But so when we did the Architects record, it was to actually be the example. Like Coca, he works with a lot of young artists, and he brings, sometimes I'm not a producer that's like, I'm shopping beats. You have to want me to produce you because I'm a producer. I'm not a beat maker. I don't have a hutchbeat.com. I don't have that.
Right, you're not going to have a guy, here's 20 beats, pick one.
Yeah, I don't do that. I want to come in the studio and work with you.
I don't do that either.
This record, one thing you guys are going to dig about what we did, and you can respect this, Tony, you can respect this. Me and him did this record together in the studio. I didn't send him tracks and be like, oh, rap on this, sing on this. I didn't do that. Yeah. That's why it took those many years, because Sometimes he was touring. Sometimes I was touring. Sometimes he had projects. I had projects. So we waited till we had moments to actually go in the studio and work on the Architects of G-Funk record. And we were in the studio doing every record together, you know, and that's what people are going to enjoy that you don't get in the modern day.
Right.
You don't get people, they really came in the studio and worked together, you know. So that's another plus for this project. Yeah. That's another thing that when you buy it, you're going to really be on an experience, you know, of G-Funk. You're going to have a really high opportunity. You're going to have a really strong opportunity to really know what G-Funk is really about on We Have Returned.
That's fucking dope, bro. Is there anything I didn't ask you? Anything you guys want to promote? Because
promote.
You know, I got to give a shout out to
promote Colombiana,
I got to
young
give a shout out to
stuff.
my daughter Anissa Long, aka Young Colombiana. That's my daughter. She's coming out with a project. She got a song called "What You Want to Do." It's spelled AANISAH, Long, LONG, and she's like daddy, like daughter. You know what I mean? She rapping, she sing.
She's the next level.
Hutch's son, you know what I mean? Yeah. He has a company, executive. Yeah. So we're really familiar.
Magnificent D.
You know what I mean? Because even though we won't be making music like until we're 80 years old, like George Clinton.
Talk about the movie too. Don't forget about the movie. You just finished the movie.
We just did a movie, my boy. Shout out to Manish. We did a movie called Tailor Made coming up soon.
That's dope, incredible.
You know what I mean? That'll be coming up soon. But it's a lot of stuff. Man, we be here for weeks talking about the projects.
Yes.
Because me and him is always working. You always see Kokane and Hutch on some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I laugh at people be like, "Are you old?" I'd be like, "Man, that's a hell of a compliment, bro."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thank you.
Because you know why? I bless people from Korea, Germany, South Tanzania, Africa, Australia, you know what I'm saying, Cuba, all over the motherfucking Mexico, all over the globe. And I'm like telling you, young Carnal, you just don't know how much you're cutting out yourself because it's a big world out there, Carnal.
Exactly. Yeah. Get as much food as you can.
You know what I mean?
Get as much food
Learn
as you can.
from people. You know, it's kind of like a sperm cell trying to get to the egg. All of them don't. But if you're able to listen to people that lead by example, not no buster shit, because a lot of cowards out there talking the talk, they don't walk the walk.
Mm-hmm.
No, lead, follow people, and be inspired by people that lead by example, whether it's my homeboy right here, whether it's Code 187, we all up in here. No, at the end of the day, ain't nobody going to trip out. You know what I mean? I'm going to hop on the plane. Man, I'm going to see my novia with my 8 kids. He going to see his shit. It's real familiar type shit.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So as long as you stand, and everybody ain't going to listen to that. But listen, y'all hear me careful. All my bros and Carnelians, man. Y'all hear me careful. Be the one out of 100 to listen, man.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, I got, you know, the first season of The Black Godfather coming out, my TV show. Starring me, produced by my company, along with DIA Films. And it's just me, you know, getting my film chops on, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, and in the near future, we got, you know, the Dr. Kokenstein record coming out, you know, because he got me off the porch.
The Adventures of Dr. Kokenstein. Let's drop it next year.
That's next year. After we finish the AOGF run. And then, you know, we're working on a book for Above the Law, Living Like Hustlers.
Which will be a movie, like
which will be a TV series as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then an album that comes with that too. So that's where we at with it, you know what I'm saying? And just continuing to work and stay strong and stay blessed under the order of the Creator, man, you know?
You know what I love about you guys, man? That you guys dream big.
Yeah.
If you, look, let me just speak to everybody watching. If you're going to dream big. Honestly, dream big. There's 3 rules that I live by, okay? You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Okay? You only go as far as your attitude. Okay? And the other one is like, you know, I almost feel bad saying this because.
Say it like a man, though, Tony.
Share,
put it up there, homie. Put it up there.
Homie.
Put it up there, homie.
You know what? When it comes to my people, we are our own worst enemy.
Same thing here.
Same thing here. Yeah. Sound like the same.
So if
say that,
if my Chicano brothers they own worst enemy and blacks are own worst enemy, what the fuck are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah. See, you see how we looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
You see how we look at the man in the mirror. Look at the man in the mirror and see like you said. See?
You know what I mean? I'm telling you right now, and it's just not no gimmick. You can open up my file. I love my Chicano brothers.
Absolutely, bro.
Period.
Absolutely, and they love you. That's why they support you whenever you go and perform.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever your music's dropped, we buy.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey man. Hey.
There's a lot of fools that hit me up, and I'll be like, man, I'm gonna give you some love, man. I'll be like, Q boy, say, I love you, homie.
We're really blessed.
Now.
Yeah. We are really blessed.
And I'm I'm
blessed,
genuine because a lot of stuff, is done for a publicity stunt, homie.
Yeah.
And I don't do that, man.
One thing we got to start realizing is just what I'm saying. We're blessed. We're blessed. We to be going through the shit that both of our cultures have went through in the history of us as people. We're blessed to even stand tall, 10 toes down. And people, don't take that for granted. Don't ever take that for granted, brother. Don't know. I mean, and the truth, what we always say in our camp, the truth don't lie. What
it may hurt.
It may hurt, but it don't lie.
Feathers.
But it don't lie. The truth do not lie.
Yeah,
and it's profound in everybody's culture. I don't care what kind of food we eat, no matter what streets, barrio, the neighborhood, whatever you want to name and flip it with. The truth don't lie. It stay consistent. It's the most. It's like the sun coming up or the moon rising. That's what it is. It's there, And under God's order, we gotta all take heed of that, like we saying, homie. And so we have to be truthful, and we have to start addressing these things. And that's why I'm glad that we opened a forum like that.
Yeah.
No, that was necessary. I follow the rules of the universe.
Yeah.
Like Coco was saying, that was necessary. Because because we do need to find out who's with the bullshit and who's not.
Yeah. So as
and you saying that is necessary.
Not weird as this may sound, the best call I got tonight is the dude saying "Mayate."
That's right.
Man,
because
we
that's
bless
necessary.
you. We love you. Man.
That is necessary to know who is out there. And as my man over here, my other good brother over here saying, people say they ain't with that shit.
Nah.
So
we ain't even mad at you, man. When you get some time and you get this love in your heart, it might not work for a month, might not work for a year, but I'm gonna tell you something, Cardinal. It's gonna make you think about it, because I ain't approach you. I ain't reciprocate that back because I don't.
And what
need
Tony
to,
A is here to do is because he's worked with us for many, many years. We've known each other for over 30 years.
Yes,
is to grow. You got to grow like him.
Absolutely.
Because he learned early that they're not against us.
Yeah,
they're welcoming us in. They're not against us. The brothers that don't know that they're caught up on some other shit. That's what I say.
Yes,
because hey, you've always welcomed us in, and we always welcome y'all in.
Absolutely.
So and I don't know nothing different.
Low riding. Whoa. We gonna keep that shit funky like they baby mama monkey.
Wiggling.
Yeah. Once again, you only go as far as your attitude.
Amen.
You never get a second chance to make your first impression.
Amen.
And approach is everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Approach is everything.
That's good, right?
You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Bro, let me tell you something, man. Anyway, and my boy Alex right here, I'm gonna tell you why he's good.
Alejandro.
Alejandro. He did 5 years in the pen, so he knows the politics.
Yeah. Alex is saying, you're going to stop fucking around and get down to business.
What up, horns?
That's what he say. He come home.
Ain't that a blessing for
we're
all the homeboys?
We're going to stop fucking around and get down to business.
For all the homeboys, Hutch did Fed time.
That's right. Absolutely.
I did the punk ass county time. It's like, fuck jail. Fuck CEO.
All that.
Fuck getting in the morning saying, job time.
Yep.
Nah, man. We have a chance to use your mind instead of the suppression that you was put in.
Hey, Alex, when we get home, what we say?
What I mean?
It's time to stop fucking around and get down to business.
You feel me? So
fuck this shit kicking shit, man.
Yeah. So I
feel you, homie.
I thank you for having us on, man.
Thank you, man.
It's been like a minute. We've been trying to work my boy Gato. over there.
Shout out Gato. A18 Lifestyle.
Man, you need
Shout
to get
out, man.
187 cocaine on, but I believe the way Papa Jesus work, and that's just me. That's my opinion. He do it on the right time.
Yeah. Gato, come here. I want you to get on camera real quick. Come on.
Come on, Gato.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Come on.
If you take pictures, come on. Let's go.
Come on.
All of a sudden.
Come on,
you don't
bro.
want to
Let's
be
go.
a star.
No,
he. Oh yeah, for sure. All right,
bro. You can show your face, bro.
This presented to you by LGF, Kokane.
Thank you.
And A1A Lifestyle.
Architects.
Did I say it right? There it is.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
That's how we do it.
I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna share it.
He rocking it. See that?
I'm gonna wear this on my next episode.
Yeah. All right, we love it.
I'm gonna go ahead and give a sneak peek of who I'm gonna have on Sunday.
Okay.
People are gonna see this as controversial, but he's the godfather of West Coast hip hop, Lonzo.
We like it. We like it. We love Lonzo. Lonzo is one of the first.
And I want to give a shout out, a big major shout out. From Kokane to the Raza.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man.
I want to do that because this music we've been putting together is dope. I want to give a shout out to all my brothers in the hood.
That's right. All the brothers out there.
You know what I mean? We're going to continue to smash this Eazy
and black and brown is very important to us. Absolutely. So I don't know about anybody else. It's very important to me.
We're going to continue to push this.
Very important to us.
And brown side talk.
Yes, sir. It's very important to us. I don't know what to tell you. Black and brown, supporting the black and the brown is very important to us when we doing it in real time today. We're not doing it as a throwback situation. We doing it right now, live, cracking to this day. You see what we doing.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Last question before we're out of here and before I give my shout outs, okay?
All right.
Somebody asked, Tony, can you ask him what's up with the Sugar King album with Sugar Free?
There you go.
I pre-ordered the CD, then they canceled my pre-order.
Well, what it is, no, we ain't gave up on that project, but business is business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had dropped it under a distribution. I'm going to disclose their name.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But then it goes all right.
It go like that.
So next year, the Sugar Cane will come out, but, right now, you know what I mean? He doing his thing, we doing our thing, as AOGF.
Pomona.
And I talked to Sugar Free crazy ass the other day. Sugar Free is a motherfucking genius.
That's a genius, man.
You know what I mean? And the project, just put it like this, the Sugar Cane project is going to fuck your head up.
Absolutely.
And that'll be out next year. But right now, the project that we pushing is what people have been asking for millennium, seem like. Yeah. And that's the AOGF Architects of G-Funk. We're remembering everything we have from Ruthless for the soldiers that ain't here no more. That's what we holding the flag up for.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? This is the Architects of G-Funk. We have Return Project. It's going to slap them upside the head and hit a switch on a bitch.
Hit a switch on a bitch. Whenever the project drops, please let me know and I'll promote it here.
Okay.
Please let me know.
Yeah. Oh, you don't got the single?
No, I don't have
we got to sing the
we got to
sing.
sing.
We got to sing.
I'm gonna sing you the single. I'm gonna sing you the single after we get out of here.
Okay.
But the single's called The Boogeyman.
Boogeyman.
Shout out to Tarantino.
Yeah, shooting the video. The video's dropping on Vivo. World premiere on Vivo like 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like 10 days.
Yeah.
And it's out available on all digital platforms. We doing something different.
Okay.
With this project, we thinking on some rock star shit, man. Because we've been here. So we just got through doing a video. Like 5 days ago, we went deep in the desert, like 30 miles, homie.
Funk, y'all,
and like
we
4:30 in the morning, waiting for the sunrise, Grand Rising, because the name of the project is called
on some wicked
G-Funk Uncut. So we got
Tell them about the
shit.
Boogeyman video. The Boogeyman video is on some wicked shit. It's
the
on some
Boogeyman
wicked
video,
shit. Wicked, yo.
Go to @KOKANE_ OG_ and go at Mansa Musa Royal, MANSA Royal.
Check out the clips of Boogeyman because we promoting it right now, but the singles everywhere. But I'm gonna tell you, what me and him doing for the West Coast is next level. Trust me when I'm telling you, it's the next level, homie.
Awesome.
It's gonna make you proud to throw the W up, homie. For real, man. It's gonna make you proud to throw the W up.
For those that been riding on them streets on Sunset Boulevard, Whittier. You understand me, Crenshaw?
Boulevard,
You gonna love this motherfucking album called The Architects of G-Funk. We have returned.
I want to say one last thing, then I'll give my shout outs. My brother went up to Sugar Free one time. And he goes, Tony, can you introduce me to Sugar Free? This was in 2017. We were doing the Puff Up Pass tour. And I was DJing for High C, okay?
Yeah.
And I said, okay, Ruben, come on. I'll introduce you to High C. I'm into Sugar Free.
Sugar Free. Yeah.
I go, so, Free, man, this is my brother right here. He's got a question for you. He goes, okay, cool. So my brother got his phone and he filmed himself. And he goes, I wanted to ask you a question because you said something that was just like, it was so crazy, like, so I have to ask you. And he goes, okay, ask me. He goes, you said in a song, bitch, jump in the air and stay there till I tell you to come down and shut the fuck up.
Hey, he sounds like the one.
I'm glad he from the West. Ain't you glad he from the West Coast?
Hey, man, listen.
The nigga said, why did the little girl walk around with the goldfish in her pocket so she can smell like that big girl? Who the fuck say that, man?
Hey, man, listen. Should have been a comedian, man. Should have been a
nigga.
comedian, man.
Hey, Dewan, you hear that, my
Hey,
nigga?
let me tell you something. When he called me out,
Love you, my nigga.
every time we on tour together, he said, man, I always love to respect a dinosaur. I've never seen one walking on the planet.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed. Like I never seen a dinosaur walk the planet. Like I'm like this motherfucker right here. And I love him. He's my brother.
Fool,
like
man,
that dude's my brother.
In
Dog.
a good way,
I
man.
love him, man. Like you gotta. Hey, man, that's one person, man. I can say, man. Like I'm happy to be from the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
We from the same neighborhood. So
my fucking brother was serious about that.
Bro.
Sugar Free looked at him. He was like, well, that's how serious we take pimping.
Peace up, man. Peace up.
He said, that's how serious we take pimping. And here's how we ended it. He said this, be looking out for Viagra toothpicks.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. Sugar Free is the type of motherfucker with NFT the pussy. Why you bullshit?
You said it all the time too. NFT the pussy.
You want an NFT? I'm gonna give you some NFT the pussy.
Yeah, man.
Man,
listen,
that's the
I
wrong
never
way.
never seen it. I
Sugar-free.
Hey, you ever seen Bigfoot walking around?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's Sugar Free.
You know what I mean? That's Sugar Free, man.
He's Sasquatch in the game.
Loch Ness Monster. You ever seen it?
Hey,
that's how we talk to each other because he tell me, I learned to respect a dinosaur. Like I'm like, motherfucker, you Bigfoot, motherfucker.
Hey, big dog, Sugar Free is one of a kind. You know, I love your yellow ass.
Man, I love you,
You
man.
know what I said? And man, keep doing your thing.
He calls us by government names when he talks to us. You know,
yeah, I call him, hey, Dewan Walker.
Yeah, he said, hey, Gregory.
He said, hey, Gregory. Hey, Jerry Long. But that's how he is, man. We actually are the Pomona Mountain Rushmore of that thing.
That's dope. Yeah. You know what? Whenever I know a guy's bullshitting me, here's what I say. In the words of the great philosopher Sugar Free, why you bullshitting?
Straight up, homie.
So other than that, I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Alex Cervantes, my boy Norbert, he couldn't make it today, my son B Scanless, and also the Hip Hop Jedi. So we're out of here. Gato, much respect, even though I fucking needed you to be on here, but you straight ate fucking
But we
cheese.
got it done. We got it done.
We got it done.
Yep.
So we out of here. See you guys Sunday.
Love
with the
y'all.
Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. We out of here.
All right, what up? It's your boy.
Got him! Got him!